Hi Floss Tube, my name is Jennifer. I'm the Calculated Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be my start parade. Most people call it a WIP parade, but I've decided that I'm only calling things WIPs that I've actually worked on this year. And so my WIP count is very low, but my start count is going to be very high. I am late in getting this done because of a multitude of reasons. I explained on my last Floss Tube, which I'm not finished editing yet because other things have happened. So I was sick for a few days and some other things happened. My daughter went into labor early. She was 5 weeks early. She delivered last week on the 27th. I have a beautiful brand new granddaughter who I will put pictures up here of. And so we've been, and she was airlifted to San Antonio out of Kerrville so that she could give birth in a hospital that has a NICU because they figured the baby being early would be below 5 pounds, and they usually keep the baby until they're 5 pounds. So she gave birth in San Antonio, so there was a lot of driving back and forth to San Antonio, and then the baby was released yesterday, so they all got to come home. They've been living in a hotel in San Antonio. They all got to come home to Kerrville, and so now I've been driving to Kerrville to see her and to help as much as I can. So I wish I didn't have to work, you know, really do. Anyway, so I really haven't had enough time to get my video edited. I'm hoping to get that done after I get this video filmed, videoed, whatever you do. So anyway, I did want to get it done, so I'm sorry it's late, but I figure, you know what, everybody else's were in January, so maybe this will give you somebody to watch in February. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a long one. I'm already at 2 minutes because I do have a lot of projects that I have started. And so I'm just going to pause and get more each time. I do have behind this right here, because I'm in the sunroom, this was the exterior of the house of my great-grandparents and my grandparents. But so this is actually a window right here that goes into a bathroom. Well, old plumbing, cast iron pipes, all needs to be replaced. We've decided that we have another bathroom in the newer part of the house. And so we're going to make this a storage closet. So everything that I have is going to be able to be stored in there. I am very excited about this. But until then, I've got stuff, you know, just everywhere. So I was going to show you. I'm just going to move you ever so slightly. So these are, that's my ironing board right there. These are right here. These are the projects that last year when I went through all of my projects, there we go, that I thought were the ones that I really wanted to focus on. So I thought anything that I'm going to work on in 2026 that I really want to look at and maybe get close to a finish on some of them, I would put in here because I stitch in this room because my husband watches TV and it's very, very loud. Now, sorry, I saw a rooster running by. I was like, what in the world's going on? Even if I close the door, I can still hear it. So I have to sit in here with my headphones on to not hear him listening to it. And if I liked what he watched, then I could watch it with him, right? But he likes to watch like police shows where people are getting shot and, you know, things like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. So I'm watching the Andy Griffith Show and the Dick Van Dyke Show. I like those kind of shows. Anyway, so nonetheless, I'm going to start with the projects that are in this room. And then I'm going to just start pulling in some that are housed in a piece of furniture that I have in the other room. But eventually, I can't wait. Everything is going to be in this room. We're going to make a door where this window is. I am so excited. So excited, I can't even tell you. Of course, that won't even get started till this summer, but it's okay. it's a plan. It's a dream and it's a plan. So that's all I need. All right. So the first one, the first project, and I'm hoping that I'm going to add numbers here because I have no idea how many things I've started. And I may miss some. So if I do, I'll let you know later. But the very first one I want to bring up is the Britamart sampler. Love, absolutely love this. This was charted by Katie Strachan of Katie Strachan Artisan Embroidery. And I'm actually taking the class. I'm pretty sure you can still take it. I will link her below, her website below. And it's all online. And she gives you, we've got like this much, because I print them all out. Paperwork. You can access them forever, but no, you can't. I think you have so many months from when it starts. Anyway, whatever. You can read about it on her website. But it's very detailed, very detailed. The diagrams, everything. And I'm choosing to do mine reversibly, which was the draw of it to begin with. I have to get my board that I'm... So this is how far I've gotten, which, if you've been watching my channel, is not that far from the last time I showed it. But with Christmas and Christmas gifts and everything, I'm going to turn this off and see if... I don't know, it's awfully dark then. But I just didn't like the shadow. I know the coloring is better. But anyway, this is as far as I've gotten. And I will get back to it. It'll probably be a little bit, but this one is one I really would like to finish this year, but I'm not really sure. It's not going to be on my list, if you will, of things that I plan on finishing this year. So I'm going to leave the lighting like this. Hopefully it's okay until it gets a little darker outside. All right, I'm doing this after school. So the next one is the 12 Days of Christmas. I just started this on February 1st. And today, this may take me multiple days. Oh, I'm probably going to have to leave that on. It's just so yellow, isn't it? I started this on February 1st, which was Sunday. Today is February the 3rd. So it may take me multiple days, like I was saying, to video this. So it may be, the 10th before I finish. Who knows with how many I have. But this one is a stitch along that or a start along that I am hosting. I absolutely love this chart. It is linked in multiple, the last 2 or 3 of my floss tubes. So her shop, this is all of her information. If I have time, I will link all of this stuff. But I know it is linked in mine. I am doing a 103 color conversion. It is charted in DMC. And the DMCs were a little bright for me. So I was trying to match things more in my colorway. Now, I start in the upper left-hand corner. So I didn't have a lot of time when I went. I had like 30 minutes before the Tinsmith's Wife closed one day. And I knew I wanted to start this that weekend, which is this last weekend. So I just looked at the colors used in this area and thought, okay, I can at least get a start. I can make it back to the Tinsmith's Wife at some point. So I just picked those colors and matched them in a rush. Well, I found that the yellow, you can't really see it, but there is like a golden yellow that goes around these swans right there. And I don't like the color that I picked. I picked the color that actually matched the gold that she used, and it doesn't really go with my colors. So, I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana Picture This Plus Legacy. And I'm stitching it 1/1 with 103 silks. And whoops, that is the back. How about if I show you the front? How does that sound? Let's try it again. And you will, please excuse my threads. You will see a needle. Anything that I am currently working, on which I'm currently working, I will have a needle and a thread. The thread will be there no matter what. it just tells me where I need to begin the next time I pick it up. So it's for me. So just ignore that. You can see I cut the gold off here because I am going to pick it out. Actually, it goes like this. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So I'm picking out this color. It is way too bright for me. So that is as far as I've gotten. Oh, it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. So that is one that I am currently working on. I think I split it up, and I did a picture in my last video. You can see it. I am going to post it on my community tab as well as soon as I can get to the editing. And so if you're interested, you can stitch along. I think it's 18 months that I divided it, so it will be done next summer, because I knew there was no way I could do it in a year. If you want to divide yours up and do it in a year, I would love to see it. Absolutely. So, but I have too many other things that need to be done, like baby quilts and baby samplers, birth samplers, that kind of thing. So, okay. The next one, I'm doing a stitch along with Liz and Karen and Jan and Jan's sister, and her name is escaping me. Fiddle-dee-dee. And I think Liz also added Jen into ours as well. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I divided this up for our group. We're going to finish it in 9 months. And this is the Midnight Santa Stocking by Teresa Kogut. I am stitching it on the special cut that Karen and Bryn did for people who wanted the stocking cut. Liz actually sent me hers. It's the Fox and Rabbit linen. She sent me her half of her 46 count, so I could do it on there. And it is beautiful. And I don't know which video is going to get posted first, but I just showed this. Some of this I just showed on my floss tube. So excuse because it's what I'm currently working on. Excuse the repeats, but sorry, the lighting. I don't know what to do about that. I wonder if I turn. Hold on, I'm going to try something else. Okay, I don't know if this is any better. So this, oh, my daughter just got home. I gotta tell her I'm videoing. I think that's better. So we're going to go with this. I don't look so well, but who cares? So this is how far I've gotten. Now, technically, in January, I should have, the way that I split it up is I should be finished with the checkerboard up. Well, I haven't even finished January's, but that's because I was so focused on finishing my blessing stitch, which I did. And if you watch my, I don't remember which day I videoed, the end of January, beginning of February, my last floss tube, if it's gone up, I show my finish there. So I was so determined to finish it, and it was so big, well, to finish in a month, I think, to start and finish in a month, that I didn't have time to get to this, and I feel badly, but this is now my focus, what I really am trying to catch up on that. So it goes very quickly. It's a lot of fun. So the next one I want to show you is, this is one that I actually did start. So this is a WIP. I started this one in January of this year. And this one is, oh, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter came in. I forgot to stop it to tell her I was videoing. Anyway, I asked her if she would help me look for my journal, because I don't know what I've done with it. So I started this. Oh, I need to go get something as well. So this is LM 1914 to 1917. Sewed ID. I can't. Anyway, isn't this gorgeous? And I was talking about, I wanted to start it because it looks patriotic for people in America, because it's red, white, and blue, right? And I said, well, there are other countries, because I couldn't decide where she was from, what country she lives in. And I said it could be France, because, you know, they have a red, white, and blue flag as well. And then, hold on one second. Okay, and one of my viewers, whose handle is Dictating1 on FlossTube, she left me a message and said that she is actually Dutch. The lady who designs for this company is Dutch, and she says that their flag is also red, white, and blue, but it's horizontal stripes, while the French flag is vertical stripes. So I thought that was very interesting. Thank you very much for letting me know. So, so this chart I just started, and this one is not one that I'm going to try to finish this year. It's on a piece of orphan linen, and I showed it on my floss tube when I first started it, because you can see I've hacked a piece out. And I did not replace the name on here once I finished it, so it's 46 count something. I'm pretty sure it's a needle and flax, but I'm not 100% sure. So actually it goes like this. And I'm pretty sure I did a conversion. Let me look. I've already forgotten. Yes, it calls for DMC, and I converted it to two Belle Soie silks. And I converted it to cranberry and blue lagoon. So they're so pretty. So like I said, this was just to get it started, because I don't really like to start something new. I like it already. I wish somebody would start just the very beginning and then let me stitch it. So it's all good. So I have it in this cute bag that I got from the attic when I was there. And it has, I like to keep my silks in a separate bag if they offer that. And so this is that for my silks. Okay, so that one. Then this is another one I started, and if you watched my video, my last video, it's kind of like a vlog, but just because so many things were going on and I knew I would forget it, that I thought, okay, I'll video a little bit when I have time and then put it together. It's just very rushed. It's a very rushed video, and I'm sorry about that. But this one I started when we were in the hospital waiting for my granddaughter Charlotte to be born last week. And it's another one that I have a whole bucket of ones that I want to start this year. Like, it's a bunch of them. And just so that they're started and ready to go at some point. This is one that I probably will not work on the rest of the year. And it's a tiny, tiny start, because that's when they ran in and got her and did the emergency cesarean. And so I just didn't work on it anymore after that. So it's a very small start. But it started, and it has a story to it. This is Anne Robinson. And it's this beautiful sampler. And I bought this chart at the attic when I was there. It's by the Traveling Stitcher. And I bought the called for silks. Or if it's, I don't know if it's called for, it's their conversion. It's probably the called for, I'm pretty sure. So it is Gloriana's and one Floramel, which is a Gloriana as well. But these are the colors, and I've shown them on one of my videos, if it's been posted. So, because I just started it last week. Aren't they gorgeous? And then the attic had it on Tabby Cat down the rabbit hole. So that is what I'm stitching on. And let me tell you, I love the chart because it has this ghosting effect where the dark fabric and the dark linen, that's the same thing. The dark fabric and the dark floss kind of melts into each other, and that's what this color is doing, and it's just beautiful. So, like I said, not much of a start, but a start nonetheless. So, and now this one, as soon as I have it made, the tag for it, my nose is itching. Once I have its tag made, it's going to go away. This one is in a toile bag that has the vinyl that I made a long time ago. So I'm a big toile lover. All right, these were in here. These are not ones that I've worked on, but they're in this room because this is my crafting room. I have an area for you're sitting on my cutting sewing table, and then I have an area for my stitching over there. It's like a chair with a light and all the stuff. It has my stitching, my embroidery. I'll show it one day once I get flooring put down. Right now it's just concrete. And then I have an area over there because it's L-shaped. That is my paper crafting area. And so these were in my paper crafting area because I was making the tags. And if you haven't seen those, if you're new to my channel, I'll show you what I mean in a second. So this one was a start. Oh no, look, I've already made it. I just need to attach it. See, I've already made the tag. I just need to write the information down and attach it. So, ooh, I'm a step further than I thought. All right, so I am stitching this on 40 count Havana. And I started this one, I think, as a 12 by 12 2 years ago because I didn't do 12 by 12. And so, did I show the chart? I'm sorry. This is Bethlehem. And it's by Imaginating. And these are like close-ups, but this is what I'm stitching right here. So I've started on this side right here. And this is how far I've gotten. It is gorgeous. Oh, I didn't say. Darn it. I'm stitching with Belle Soie Old Crow. So this is as far as I've gotten. This one I will work on. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I do really enjoy this one. So, but right now it'll probably go back in the other room. So, all right. This is another one that I was making a tag for. This one is like the bane of my existence. So I am like determined to get this one made. And look, you can tell I have it ready to make a tag. I just haven't made it yet. So anyway, this is a beautiful sampler. And the problem is I started it on a can of linen I don't like. So this is Martha Davies, the Martha Davies sampler. And it is by Chessie and Me. And it's gorgeous. I love this a lot. And I'm stitching it on 36 count. And I just cannot get past it. I've been working on this sampler for what seems like forever. So let me show you what I have. I have this part right here, which, I mean, I could start it over, but I don't want to start it over. I am stitching with just one thread, so it's okay. Sometimes I just feel like my stitches don't lay like they should. So all I really have is this right here, and then some of this. And so I've decided I'm just going to stitch this part down here. I will finish it this year. Oh, it just dropped. This is the antique, which is beautiful. One day I may stitch the whole thing again on like 46 count. I would really like that. And I love to stitch letters, but I just want this one to be stitched already on this 36 count. So like I said, I'm going to stitch, let's do it this way. Oh, Jennifer, wait, it doesn't look like it's, okay, I'm just going to stitch this part right here. And I think that'll be beautiful. So this is one that I plan on having finished this year. I'm going to put those over here. I'm very jealous of everybody's cold weather. We did have some cold weather. We had, usually when we hit freezing, we haven't had freezing all year until last week. I think it was last week. Whenever the big cold front came through and made everybody cold. And we were actually freezing for over 24 hours. Usually we're only freezing for like 2, 3, 4 maybe hours at a time. And then we warm up to like the 50s, 60s. Today it was almost 80. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I love the cold. Now, I don't think I would like it as much if it was super cold. But I enjoy when it's like in the low 30s, high 20s. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay, moving on. Oh, shoot. would probably help if I put the floss back in here. Next time I will unzip these beforehand. I'm sorry about that. All right, that is a finish this year. Once I finish this, then I'm going to be able to go through and make a list. I watch it back when I edit, and I can make a list then. All right, this one I really would like to finish. I started it forever and a day ago in 2020. Nope, that's the other one. Yeah, no, 2020. In 2020 I started this. This is Savor Every Stitch by Luminous Fiber Arts. And I am stitching this 1/1 on 28 count using the called for floss. So this one also I plan on finishing. No idea what I'm going to do with it. Put it in a bag maybe? I don't know, but it needs to go away and be finished. So, oh, I need to give this away on my YouTube channel. I'll put it over there with those giveaways that I showed in my last one. All right. So that's a to be finished. Okay, are those all these the ones I have? Yep. All right, I'm going to put these away, and then I'm going to be back with another pile. Okay, so the next one is going to be my WIP for my daughter who got married 2.5 years ago and just had a baby, and I'm still not finished with this. So this is Plum Street Sampler Summer in Nantucket. I am not stitching the mermaid for sure. I would like to keep the whale because while we went, she got married in Maine. And when we went up there, my son and his wife and my husband and I went whale watching. So, but we didn't see any whales. But we went out on the boat and saw a lot of other things. It was really fun. And so I'm going to stitch this up. This is not for her. This is going to be from my house. But unless she wants it, and she can have it. This I'm stitching on... I have no idea what linen this is. Do I know what linen this is? It's a grayish blue color that I had in my stash. So, and it looks like it's probably 40 count would be my guess. Oh no, wait, there it is. There it is. It is 40 count. Picture this plus dapple. I thought it was on here. You can see I started something else down here and didn't finish it. So this is how far I've gotten. And this one I do plan on finishing this year as well. So, put it in. Oh, look, my needle just jumping around. All loosey-goosey. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm not going to zip that closed because this one is another one that I have to get finished. This is my other granddaughter, Heidi. Her sampler. This is my son's daughter. So this one I have in this cute bag because her mother is really big into sunflowers. So it's perfect for this. I have a whole yard of 28 count Lugana Embellish by Atomic Ranch. It is gorgeous. Look at this. I can't wait to use it again later. It's so pretty and modeled. Just a light modeling. Just one second. I have to find it in this. Oh, there it is down there. And I have a tiny little start. This is one that I think I'm going to make my one strand of floss a day until I have it finished as well. I really enjoy stitching over 1 on 28 count. Sorry, my nose is itching. This is the actual chart. This is from Historic Sampler Company. And I ordered it from England, I think is where this one came from. So, isn't it beautiful? It's so pretty. So, her mother picked this one out. I told my daughter she's going to have to pick out Charlotte's. This is as far as I've gotten. Oh, actually, it goes like this. One second. There we go. The top corner. So, Oh, it's lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. So it's so pretty. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this one out as a 1 thread a day. My goal is to have it finished when she turns 1, which is in August. So, better get cracking on that one, right? All right, hold on. My fabric, it's so big, it doesn't want to go back in the bag. Okay, there we go. I need to make sure that all the floss from each one, and these I'm just using the called for DMC. Not just, I mean, I'm using the called for DMC. So that's another one that I want to focus, I want to finish. Wow, if I could actually get all these finished this year, that'd be great. This one is, let me pull it out. This one is a Brenda Keys. Oh, you know what? This one is one, you know what I forgot to do? Dang it, I'm going to have to pause. Oh no, I took it out. It's okay. It's all good. This one is called Every Heart Sampler. And this from Brenda Keys, who is the Sampler Company. That's her design name. Is that written anywhere on the front? Yeah, right at the front top, Jennifer. The Sampler Company. It's so pretty. It says, every heart sings a song incomplete until another heart whispers back. And I'm going to put somewhere my husband's initials and my initials. I'm stitching this on, oh, this is when Misty Purcell was dyeing linen. It's macchiato. It's 28 count. And I am stitching it 1/1 on the 28 count. It's going to be so little. Isn't that sweet? That's so cute. So this is going in my, if I have time, I really would like to work on this project. But it's not one of mine that I think I have to finish it this year, like the other ones were. So, put it in my bag. Okay. So then, this one, my friend made for me. Isn't it cute? This one is Christmas Garden, my friend Kippy. She's the one that made me my bag. We did a, see, this is what the tags are supposed to look like where I filled them all out. This one I started November 9th in 2022. I used a conversion to cottage garden threads. It's on 28 count marbled bunny. I'm just reading. 1/1. And my Sal was with Kippy. And of course Kippy finished hers. I have not. This is my conversion. So I keep a card like this inside. And if it's a long list, I make a copy of the thread legend and put it on. But these are the names of the cottage garden threads if you're interested in that. This is in the Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. I have finished this stitch. It's already framed in my house. I've done a couple of these. And now I need to finish this one. This is one that I want to finish this year as well. And I still got quite a bit to go. I think I may have probably over half of it left. 3/5 maybe to go. I think I'm right here is where I am. I am not stitching this because I plan on leaving this up all year long. So this is my Marbled Bunny is one of my favorite 28 counts to stitch over one. It's just beautiful. So this, trying to smooth it out. This is my 1/1 on 28 count Marbled Bunny. Let me move it back so you can see it. And then I'll move it closer. So, it's so pretty. And I don't care if it looks like Christmas because I keep, hold on one second, let me find a better picture. This one, I keep up year round. It's in my room for me to enjoy, but at Christmas I'll move it to the living room. So that's another one that I would like to get stitched this year. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause you because my husband's calling. Sorry about that. He's at a basketball game, so he usually doesn't call me. He just called to see what I was doing, I guess. Was that sweet? Okay, so this is, I used to try to make the floss bling for all of my projects, and I found that I just would rather spend my time doing some other things. So I stopped that. But these are what the flosses look like. The cottage garden. They are gorgeous. And yes, I know you don't have to do it this way, that you could just pull them off the way they are, but I like mine to hang down. Like, I don't know why. Anyway, so this is one that I do plan on finishing this year. Well, my goal is to finish it this year. This one is from my retreat I got to go to in Ohio, and I finally got to meet Nicola Parkman. My nose is itching. So this was our class piece at the workshop. I'm trying to pull everything out. I have not worked on it since the workshop, which is not good. So this is Margaret Hutton. I'm pretty sure it's available now. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think it is. I mean, it's been over a year, so I don't know why it wouldn't be. Anyway, so you can see right here for the Queen City Sampler Guild. I love red and green quilts. They're some of my favorite. And so I'm also very attracted to red and green cross stitches like this, samplers. It does have other colors other than that, but these are, I don't even have them in the box yet. These are the 103s right here. And then we were given, I was given 40 Count Muddy Duck by Tabby Cat. Ugh, looking at it just makes me want to work on it. So this is where I left off. This is as wide as it's going to be right here, from here to here. That's it. Well, there's the green, I'm sorry, the green border will go right there as well. But I went down so I could practice the specialty stitches, because the specialty stitches lie in these, the bands underneath the letters. God, I couldn't think of the word letters, Jennifer. So, aren't those pretty? I tried that four-sided stitch there as well. Oh, it's so beautiful on this linen. Okay, so that was... Okay, I was just reading something. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick up my stuff. Uh-oh. I wonder if this went with this or if it went... I don't remember. I have a rogue floss. I'm going to pause you for a second and try to figure out where it goes. I have no idea. I've looked through all of them. I'm not sure. So this is one that I would like to work on this year, but not one that I think will get finished this year. I'm not delusional in that aspect anyway. Oh, I didn't put my thing back in here. 1 second. Sorry. I even did my zipping while it was off, while the camera was off. Okay. So here's my next one. This one houses two. So I have two tags here. It houses two projects. And these, both of these I bought while at the attic. And the reason I put them both in here is because they're on the same piece of linen. So, and they were both just a start. So let's start with this one. So this is 1776 Liberty Eagle. I love an eagle with a shield in the middle like this. And this is from Screen Door Needleworks. I have something else that I'm working on from her. I think she's from Texas as well. And I'll show you why in a minute. But this one, I'm trying to decide. Oh yeah, that's this one. Okay, that's this project. And I stopped working on this because these should be two different colors and I don't think they contrast enough. I don't know. So I can't decide about that. And then both of these I started when I was at the attic, just to say I started them then. So this one is the Home of the Free sewing set. And it's from Needle Made Designs. I'm stitching this one. And so I started with the flag. So I just look, even my pin stitch is still just sitting there. But that's all I got. That just looks like a mess, doesn't it? Looks like a thread just hanging there. Anyway, so these are both in the same bag because they're on the same piece of linen. I don't know if I know what the linen is. I have them in here. This is my 103 for Liberty Eagle. Oh. No, they must have been Liberty Eagle. Oh, they must have picked those colors. Okay. Because then I have my color conversion on the back of that. I don't have the name of the, unless it's on here. Oh, yeah, it is. 56 count Fox and Rabbit Duxbury. Oh, I should know. That's why I love it so much. Look at that. This is my all-time favorite Fox and Rabbit linen. All time. Absolutely love it. So, all right. So that is for those two projects. Neither of these do I plan on finishing this year, but I do have them in here because I like them a lot. And they're not that big, and I might be able to finish them. So they're kind of like smalls. All right, this one will get finished come hell or high water, as my grandmother would have said. I say it every year, so we'll see. Okay, now this is my all-time favorite linen ever from anybody. This is the old Weeks Dye Works straw. I know people don't like it, but it is my favorite because it's very, it very much feels like what you would see on an antique sampler. Oh, I really should have pressed this, but okay, it's good enough. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay, this is the Anniversaries of the Heart. It's that series, and I am currently on, I'm pretty sure, am I on this one? No. Which one am I on? Look, I haven't even made the tag for it. I have the paper right here. I don't know if it matters, but January, February, March, April, July, August. It's the one that would have been for August. Oh, it's this one right here. Okay. No, that's 11. 1 second. Not that it matters, but 1 second. Seriously. It was the very last one. Why was it on the bottom? I don't know. This is the one I'm on. I'm on chart number 8. So, isn't it gorgeous? Just look at the satin stitches for the roof right there. I think they're satin stitches. They look like it. I'll show you where I am. This is the block that I'm on right now. I need my Wonder Clips. So right here, you can tell this is where I am right now. But this is the whole thing that I have finished thus far. It is just absolutely beautiful. And what slowed me down for the longest were the initials. And so once I got to this one, I stopped with the initials. And I thought, Jennifer, just get all the stitching done, then go back and worry about the initials later. So I'm doing a horrible job showing this. I'm very, very sorry. But this is how far I've gotten. And I am determined to have this one finished this year. So, Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Another of my grandmother's sayings. All right, let me get this back in here. I do have some stitching that is like on a schedule, but other than that, then I'm going to have these all in one place so I can't get that closed. So they're easy. Sorry, I was putting that down. So they're easy to grab when I finish with my scheduled stitching then. Well, as scheduled as I get. This one is, oh, this is another one. I will finish this year. The Brick House Sampler. It's another one that I say that every year. And this one, the reason I haven't, look at all these. I've been looking for hoops. Look, there's that rogue strand. Well, this is why I couldn't find them. I left them in project bags. So this one I started a long time ago. Oh, look at my cute glasses I found too. Aren't those cute? Oh, super cute. Okay, those need to come out as well. So let's try this again. All right. I'm trying to find the paper. It's a mess in this bag. I usually keep my bags pretty straight. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so this is the Brick House Sampler. It is by Brenda Gervais. And the reason I stopped this one is because I made a mistake in the bird. And I'm stitching it 1 over 1. And I did not want to pull it out. Which means I have to make the other bird wrong like I made the first bird. You know what I mean? Like try to... Anyway, but it is... These colors on this, this is, where's my thing? This is 28 count mushroom Lugana, and I started this in 2019, June 19th. That's sad. So this is another one that I really I'm planning to get this one finished. So I think, yes. So this is as tall as it's going to be. And like I said, this is 1 over 1 on 28 count. And I think it's just beautiful. But like I said, I messed up this bird and I finally told myself, it's fine. It's okay. So anyway, definitely one that will be close to my stitching chair over there so I can pull it easily. Now I got my bag all straightened up. It looks so much better. All right, so that one goes over here to be finished. I'm going to count how many there are in a minute. This is another one that I will finish this year. Look how cute this bag is. All right. This, I think, is the one that's by Screen Door. Yes, this is also by Screen Door Needleworks. And I'm not stitching the God Bless Texas. I'm stitching the Texas because I have another plan for it. And I've said this 20 bazillion times, and I'm not stitching the blue bonnet either, but I really do have a plan. You know, this is 28 count that I dyed, something I picked up from like Hobby Lobby, 6 years ago or whatever, and I just sprayed it with the antiquing spray from, because you see how I sprayed up here, from Primitive Gatherings. You can also get antiquing spray from Unfinished Stitches. The mom has an Etsy shop, and I will link it below if I can remember. If you don't watch them, they're fun to watch. I love to watch a mother and a daughter, so that's why I keep telling my mom she and I need to make another video together, because I enjoy it. I enjoy making it with her, and I enjoy watching ones that they're together. Anyway, we don't stitch the same stuff. They stitch on Ada, which I'm very impressed because I find that very difficult. But she has antiquing spray in her Etsy shop as well. So I'll try to remember to link that. But this is almost finished. I mean, I could finish this in like a couple of days stitching, depending on how many hours I had that day. This is what my anniversary sampler that I stitched, I can't remember what it's called, but I started it, those of you who've been watching for years, I started it 2 over 2 and about lost my mind. I was like, there's no way. And so I stitched it 1 over 1. So anyway, it's just a piece of leftover that. So I just need to finish this up. So I can finish it how I'm envisioning. So that one shouldn't take that long. I should be able to finish that. I have a big old stack. I don't know who I think I am. All right, I finished that pile, so I'm going to go put these back and grab a few more, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have this in a Teresa Kogut bag, and it's by Sherry So Sweet. She's my probably my favorite bag maker that I get things from. And this is Dwelling Place. Oh, you know what? This is when I need to go get... If I knew how to edit this out, I would. Some of these things are on scroll rods, and so I house them in big long bags. Let me go get my big long bags. Just one second. Okay, so my scroll rods, when I'm not actively stitching on my projects, I house in these bags that I made. They hang like this, and they're just long bags like this. So I have this cute one that looks like a feed sack-ish kind of fabric, and then I have this one as well. So they're made like a knitting or crochet bag top where, oh, that just fell down, where one of the handles is longer than the others, and it just fits in like that. And then I have a board with hooks that, like on my knitting things, hang on, those hang there. So anyway, it was the second one I pulled out. I'm so excited. My goal is whenever I pull any of these out, I'm going to label the scroll rod, so I don't have to sit there and pull them all out and try to find the one that I'm looking for. So this one, I'm not sure if I showed you before I stopped the video again, is Dwelling Place by Teresa Kogut, hence the Teresa Kogut bag. And I would like to stitch on this one this year, since this one has a patriotic feel, but not overtly, and I think it's just beautiful. So I'm stitching this one. One second. I'm not sure if I have it in here. Yes, it's on Marbled Bunny, 28 count Marbled Bunny. These are my flosses. They're just the called for flosses. So like I said, I like to get the little bag if I can. And this is how much I have completed. So I'm stitching 1/1 on 28 count Marbled Bunny by XJU Designs. Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? Like I said, it's my favorite 28 count. Mushroom Lugana would probably be my next favorite. All right, you know what? I shouldn't just make those tags now, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it later. All right, so this is one, again, that I'll work on it at some point this year. Is my goal to work on all of these that are in this room. But it's not one that I think I will have finished by this year. So here's my next one. This is a Penny and Tunny, I think. Yep. Penny and Tunny bag on Etsy. Well, they used to be on Etsy. I'm assuming she still is. This one is a project that I received when I was at, I just dropped something, always. When I was at the attic for summer school this year. This chart is available for anyone. You can just contact the attic and order it. Isn't she beautiful? So this is Clara. This is by Susan Stanley. I don't know, does she go by something else? Oh no, just Susan Stanley, Stitch in Time. She has the best YouTube channel. It's great, especially if you like quilting. She has stories about fictitious little girls that are based on history. It's like historic fiction. It's wonderful. Anyway, so we received like the finishing cloth and everything to make her. But all I got started, and I started this at, I gotta figure out which one's the front, which one's the back. I started this at the attic at summer school. And that's all I got. Just a few stitches in our apron. So this is another one. I don't think that I will have it finished this year, but I would like to work on it at some point. And I don't think it would take that long to finish her. So if I want something small and patriotic that I can finish quickly, this would be a great one, right? Okay, I'm going to reach down. I never know. Sorry, it was stuff that we got at the workshop. I never know if I should pause it and, you know, bend down and get stuff. It doesn't matter. Anyway. You can tell when I get excited, I start talking really quickly. You ought to hear me when I'm teaching in my math class. I get really loud and I start talking quickly, and the kids have to go, Miss Kenny. So, okay, this one, beautiful bag. Beautiful, beautiful. French General looking, I'm guessing. This is, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is another one. I'm going to have to stop and find the squirrel rod. So y'all are just going to have to give me grace on that one. So give me 1 second. Okay. So this one is, sorry, this is going to be very disjointed, I have a feeling. This is the Rayner sampler. It is from threads through reproduction needlework and threads through time. That's not an and. It's got to be threads through time. And then that's the underneath. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, so this is a beautiful sampler. And I did get a start on it. See, I haven't filled out all my tags yet, so I don't have the date. Let me see if the linen's in here. Let me look. It's on 40 count Mayflower by Fox and Rabbit. Fox and Rabbit. And I have the silk conversion. I'm pretty sure this is the silk conversion from Paulette Stewart that I found online. So, beautiful silks. And so, like I said, I like to keep them, especially if they're silks, in a little coordinating bag. And this is as much as I've gotten completed. And I'll tell you, I started with the bottom because I wanted to do that scene at the bottom. Then I found out that the little tiny sheep right here are over 1. So over 1 on 40 count, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal, but this is how big it's going to be. I did work my way across. So this one, I don't think I will finish this year, but I would, you're going to hear me say it a lot. This is one that I would like to, well, not a, some of them. This one goes here. This is one that I would like to work on this year. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, this bag is by Patchwork and Poppies. I do order bags from them as well, quite a bit. So that one goes here, Jennifer, right in front of you. All right, this is another Sherry So Sweet bag. This is Lori Holt. This, I know what this one is. Y'all are going to be like, no! This one will get finished this year. I just, it has to. It has to get finished this year. This one, I'm looking for my, found another. I'm looking for my floss, and it's not in its bag. That must be the floss over there. I couldn't figure out what it went to because it didn't have a tag. Okay. Anyway, I'm using the called for DMCs, I'm pretty sure. And did I even hold this up? Did I just like what? This is Sarah Marple, and it's by Northumberland Sampler House. This one has a big long story. I'm not going to go into it, but it's beautiful. I am down. I've worked all the way down to here, and now I'm working over here. So this one I should be able to finish. I do not have any doubts in my mind. Where's my, oh, my board's right here. Seriously, Jennifer. So this is how far I've gotten. So that, I mean, I really still have a lot left. But I think I can do it. At some point, I will probably divide it up. I found that I work better if I know, if I have little tiny goals. Instead of just saying, ooh, I want to finish this year. If I actually have a goal of, you need to finish this, you know, within these 2 months and this, and, you know, bite-sized, manageable goals. Maybe that's what we could call them. All right, I need to leave this one out. So I'm going to throw it on top of that box. Look at that, it worked. All right, this is another Sherry So Sweet bag. It's beautiful, let me tell you. This one is another one I'm going to have to get out of the, oh no, it's not. I took it off the squirrel rods. All right, me. Let's see what I have. Okay, I'm stitching it. This is Goodness and Mercy. This is a stitch along I'm doing with my friend. Well, technically Liz and Karen are doing it, and I butted in. And so we have a little group message thing, but it's Goodness and Mercy, and I have, this is like my color card, but I switched them to 103s, and I'm stitching mine on 46 count antique lace by Seraphim. This is one that I will finish this year as well. I have this one cut up by months, but with my blessing sampler and the baby being born and I got sick and a whole bunch of stuff like that, this one kind of went to the wayside. I'm trying to get my loose thread kind of out of the way. And I don't think I need the board for this. So, oh, fiddle-dee-dee. For the love of Pete, Jennifer. All right, here we go. So this is how far I've gotten. It's beautiful. This is so pretty. Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful. So, working my way down slowly but surely. And this is another one that I plan on having finished this year. You know, in my head, I thought it would be nice to have 25 finishes in a year. I've never had that many finishes. I don't even think I've ever had 10 in a year. And now I have a pile over here of I don't know how many. We're going to count them at the end. And I'll let you know. Oh, shooty patooties. I didn't put the floss nor the chart back in that bag. Yeah, there's no way I'm finishing this tonight because let's see what time it is. Oh, it's almost 6:30 already. Okay. I haven't done any of my household chores. Gotta go take care of the dogs. Okay, this one is another one. I'm gonna say this one is I would really like to get it finished this year because it's another one that I stitched with Kippy. She's already finished hers, but I haven't even started my half. I thought I had, but I think I'm just thinking, well, how about if I just show it to you first? How's that sound? This is the Berry Bowl Sampler. It was a collaboration in 2020, I guess, between Heartstring Samplery and the Scarlet House, where one friend stitches one side, the other friend stitches the other. They swap them, so you're stitching both sides, but you give one of the sides to your friend. And I stitched one, gave it to Kippy. And this is the one that Kippy gave to me. And I thought I had started it. So technically this is not a start, I guess, because I haven't, I mean, I've stitched my side, but I haven't stitched the second side to go with this. Anyway, this is Kippy's side. And now I need to stitch mine. So I gotta go get some fabric for it as well out of my stash. Darn it, that's not a start. Apparently I stitched mine on Confederate gray. Ooh. Great linen as well if you need a gray. That's the best gray. All right. This one I am not putting in. I will finish it this year. But okay, there's a couple more and then I'm going to move over. This I will finish this year. I forgot about this. See, this is what happens. This, do I have a picture of it? When I went to the attic, this was, it's not really a picture. Do I have a picture of it? I guess I don't. It's really just the chart. It was like a little extra that they gave us. This is from Needlework Press. And this, it's on perforated paper. I coffee dyed mine there at the table because they had coffee at the back. And so what it is it's going to be like a ribbon that's running and then has flowers, little clusters of flowers. It goes inside like the lid of a shaker box so that we got when we were there. So this one I do want to finish, but see, I forgot all about this one. This one is in a bag that I got when I was at the attic as well. I don't know the name. Who makes these? They got a lot of my money in the past little whiles of this last summer. So it's like Saju fabric. It's beautiful. I love this fabric right here. So this one is I want to finish it. 2 more and then I'm going to have to pause and go take care of the house. These are my Mill Hill. This is what I keep all my Mill Hill Santas in. And this is from Soulful Creations. It's Blackbird fabric. So I don't need to show you that part. So see, it has the fabric in it. I keep all my stuff in here. The highlighters I found that I really needed. This is the most god-awful ugly Tacky Bob, Tacky Bill, whatever this one is. If I could find one that looked more like a sampler, I would really appreciate it. Anyway, this is the Santa that I started. I plan on making quite a few of these. I would like a tree of these. I'm not a big stitch ornaments for myself for a Christmas tree. I like antique ornaments, like the mercury glass, that kind of thing. But I would like to have a separate, smaller tree with these because I do love Santas. They're my favorite. And let me see if I can find the actual stitch. So I own 2 more. They're in here as well. Now, here's my problem. I don't think my stitching on this looks very good. They look so fat. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe when I get the beads on it, it's going to look better. But this is my stitching. So far, I mean, on there it looks okay, but in person I don't think it looks okay. Anyway, so I'm trying. It's going. It's fine. This is great to do in the car. I like to stitch on perforated paper in the car because they're huge, you know, and the holes are big, the stitches are big. It's just pretty easy to stitch. So, all right, I have one more. Let me put this away so I don't lose anything. I have one more to show you. That's, I hope to have at least one of these done, so, but that's fine. It's going to go in a separate place. This cute, look at this cute bag. This is from Creative Carol. Ugh, love it. So it's one of the the snap portfolios like this. I took it with me when I went to the attic and I stuffed projects in here. So let me pull this side out. This one is definitely, I started this at the attic. This was Fox and Rabbit. I will be finishing this one, hopefully like within the next few months, because it's a small. We got 2 things from her, from them. It's husband and wife, Jennifer. Karen and Bryn gave us this small. I was thinking because she was talking about finishing it. And then they gave us a sampler as well, which I will be starting the sampler. I haven't started it yet. I did start this while at the attic because I wanted to say I started it there. So this, I traded out my fabric, I'm pretty sure. Can't remember for sure. But this is as far as I got. Now I got to figure out which way this is. Oh, it's like this. This is the 17 for 1776. It's pretty. So we received like the finishing kits and the floss. So I have all of that in here on one side. Tuck, tuck, tuck. So that's one that should get finished this year. And then on the other side, we received this at the workshop as well. This you can get at the attic now. This is America by Plum Street Samplers. Well, it's 250. I call it America, but it's so pretty. It is so very, very pretty. This one will not be finished this year. I mean, it could be. You know, something crazy happened, but I don't even see my... I don't know where my linen is with where I started it. It's not in here. Oh dear. I have... Okay, well, I'm going to have to find that. Maybe I didn't start that one. Hold on. Let me look. I see something poking in back here. Oh, yeah. Because we were given 36 count smoky quartz, and I don't stitch on 36. That's why. So I need to find a linen that I can use instead of this. So... that's not a start. So I haven't started that one. But I want to start it this year. for the anniversary. Okay, I've got to stop there. I don't know if I'll be back tonight, but if not, you won't know it anyway. So, all right. Okay, so here's another route. So this one I know will not be finished. Well, I don't have plans on finishing it, but it will get worked on this year. This is Celebration by Rosewood Manor. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I have the called for floss here, which is just, I think they're all DMC. I'm pretty sure. Yes, they're all DMC. So look at those cute. Okay, so let me show you where I am. This one is actually on a scroll rod as well, so that goes over there. So it doesn't stay in the same place as the floss does. I love working on this. Let me tell you, I only worked on it for a few days. That's as far as I've gotten. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Not sure. Do I know what this linen is? I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to. I'm looking. It's not on here. So if I find out, I'll let you know. But this one is beautiful. This one is not slated to be finished, but will be worked on this year. Absolutely. That one, oh, I didn't show. That one was in this cute bag. I think I'm going to make some of these as well. I think they're super cute. Okay, next one. This is Flag Thief, blah, blah. What is that? By Plum Street Samplers. Flag Thief, this one. I will not be putting the fox and the rabbit, and I know it represents Karen and Bryn. I just am not really big on cutesy animals in my cross stitch for things like this. So I will not be putting that. Did I show you my bag for this? Because it's really cute. Isn't it sweet? This is Sherry So Sweet again. So I am using the Katie Strachan conversion. When you buy her conversion, you're just buying the actual conversion. You still have to buy the chart, and then I get the conversion within a kit. And so everything was in the kit from Katie's website, which I will link below if I remember to or have time to. So these are the flosses that she had. Some are Goblins, some are 103s. It's just like a mixture of them. And this is what hers looks like. It has like sequin stars on it and stuff. Mine's going to be a little different than hers because I think she left out the flag, and I want the flag on mine. So, oh wait, that's upside down. That's upside down. Here I am. So this, again, is one that I hope to have finished this year. So, put this one away. I love Katie Strachan's conversions. Usually, they're some of my favorites. Okay. Now, this one, look how cute this bag is. It's made out of an old embroidered dish towel. This one is, oh, I had it unzipped, and I don't know why I just zipped it. Okay, this one is Jane Patterson. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler. I started this one a long time ago, I can tell you, because I know it's on my floss ring. It is done in wool threads, and is just so pretty when you stitch it. But, you know, you have to pick and choose what you can, right? You only have so much time. So this one, these are the flosses. This is how I keep my flosses in my bag. So let me unwind them. So I'm stitching it on 32 count apple brown. No, yeah. 32 count. And I started it in Oklahoma at Teresa's workshop in November of 2019. November 22nd, 2019. So that I started a long time ago. This one really needs to be stitched. But I'm one of those that if it's something I really like, I don't like to work on it. Some things I really like and I want to work on them, but some things I really like and it's like I want to savor them. And I think stitching with the wool threads is like that. So the stitches are quite big because it is 32 count because I'm using the wool threads and they are thicker, but it is really pretty. I think it's going to be really pretty when it's finished. I think this is halfway right here. This is the halfway across. So on 32 count, it's going to be big. I'm not used to stitches being this large and fat and puffy, but I really do like the wool. So, okay. So again, this one I will not have finished this year, or I have no plans to finish it this year, but I would like to stitch on it a little bit at least. Can't get it back in. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I have to have 2 thread rings for this because I have to have multiple skeins of some of them, so I keep them separate. Okay, this is another one with antique dish towel, and you can see what's in it right here. Sorry, those are the puppies. All right, this is Simple Gifts by Praiseworthy Stitches. I'm looking for the cover. Hold on. There it is. This one is one that I hope to have finished this year, but we'll see. This one I did when Pam of Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph, started it to celebrate because she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she's been cancer-free since then, and she was celebrating that fact. So this I did for my father. My father was diagnosed with cancer, and he passed away 2 months later. So he had lung cancer. He was a heavy smoker. Lung cancer that metastasized, I never can say that word, to his brain. And so by the time it was diagnosed, it was just at the end. So anyway, so this is in memory of my dad. And I know this sounds weird, but I feel like when I finish it, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be over. Anyway, okay. Sorry. These are the colors that I picked. They are Belle Soie. I'm just going to try to fan them out here so you can see. So these are the colors that I converted mine to. And I picked these colors because one represents lung cancer, one represents brain cancer, and one represents cancer of the head, which is where your brain is. So I thought, and I liked these colors together, so I thought that would be perfect. So I picked those. So I am stitching, I'm not sure what the linen is, if it's written anywhere. Oh, that's the back. I am like sprinkling some specialty stitches now and then in places. Sorry, I'm moving my needle. And I don't have a set like direct conversion. I'm just stitching it, and as I stitch it, I'm like, oh, I think red would look good here, or I think white would look good here. So this is how far I've gotten. Now, another problem I'm having is I don't know what to do about all the letters. I am going to put courage there. He was one of the most courageous men I've ever met. Anyway, okay. I don't know what to do about the letters. And until I can figure that out as well, I don't know. So this one, I don't think it'll get finished this year because that's a lot of decisions and a lot of emotions kind of a thing. So Anyway, wow, Jennifer, that was, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. So that one I will work on, and I do want to work on it a lot, but I'm just not sure about the letters, what I'm going to do on that one. Okay, this one is in this beautiful, this is, I can't think of her name, her fabric. Isn't it beautiful? I think it is. Or is this Tim Holtz? I don't know. They both came out with fabric that kind of was similar to each other. Not 100% sure now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, I started this at the attic at summer school as well. Or did I start this when I went to one of the retreats? I started this one. This is Jean, a Bristol etui. I'm not sure. Oh, here comes my daughter. So I started this one, and I'm going to stitch this right here. Just 1 second. Okay, she came in. The dogs stay in our room. They don't go to the other part of the house. We have a really big room, so she came in to play with them. So they're playing fetch. Found a Hardwick hoop this time. Okay, so this one I am stitching on 56 counts. Looks like 56 count marbled bunny. Nope, this one is Ashley Down by Tabby Cat, but it looks similar to marbled bunny. So I'm stitching it with Tudor silk. It's a Gloriana thread, crimson. There it is. So crimson is my color. And 56 count because it was designed for Jean, so I thought that was very appropriate. And this is how far I've gotten. So I feel like this one could get finished this year. So I think I will put it over in the to be finished this year category. It's a small. I don't feel like that is too great. Of course, you know, I've got a whole stack over here. All right. So this one is in another penny and tenny bag. So this one is a Teresa Cowcut pattern, and it's called Let Love Rain. And this is what it looks like. Oh, let me show you the title. And this is what it looks like. I love blue. It's just, I love blue. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Beautiful. So, oh, I hope I didn't show the back chart. I'll have to put something over it if I did. All right, so this one, I have the called for floss, which are, looks like DMC and Weeks Dye Works. Do I have a tag on the linen? Let's look and see. No, it looks like I took it off. I don't know if it's on my Instagram or not. I'm not really sure. This is beautiful. So this is as far as I've gotten. This is, looks like 46 count. I'm pretty sure it's 46 count. And this is how far I've gotten. This is one that it will not be finished this year, but it will get some work. I'm watching because I think my daughter is listening at the door. This is very difficult now that she's staying with us for a little bit because I'm very self-conscious when I'm videoing. I guess I shouldn't be, but. So, Let Love Rain. Not going to be one. I really should put a patriotic something in this one, shouldn't I? It'll get worked on, but not finished. Ooh, this one, Teresa Cowcut fabric. This is from Cherry So Sweet. So this one is, this is the 12 Days of Christmas. I have 3 projects going for the 12 Days of Christmas. The one that I showed earlier that I started as Sal, the large one that's like 500 and something stitches by 300 and something stitches. And then this one, which is the 12 Berries of Christmas. Now, this one, and I have, most of them have like any of the floss that's not in the previous ones, but I have all of them. I'm stitching this on, I started it on a lower count. It looks like it's 36 count would be my guess. And oh, you know how I feel about 36 count. But I feel like otherwise the berries will be too small. I may start this over, is what I'm saying. I'm thinking of starting this over. So I don't even know which way this goes. This is the first day of Christmas, by the way. This one right here, the pear tree. And I think it must go this way. I just am not sure about how big it's going to be. I'll have to do some more research on that and see. But I may change that. I mean, it's not that much stitching. I could restart that. So, and this is my little bag with my threads in it. So, oh, now my brother is calling me and he never calls. So hold on one second. Oh my gosh, this video is going to have like 20 pieces I'm going to have to put together. Okay, so the next one is another 12 days of Christmas. And technically this one's not a start yet because I finished this one. I was just going to show it to you. It was sitting right over here, so I've kept it out all year because I'm so proud of it. This one is The First Day of Christmas by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I'm doing mine as a tree. This was finished by Jan Calvert. She is like the best finisher ever. Except for, I dropped it. Now I've got to pull it back down there. Sorry about that, Jan. Okay, there we go. It's so pretty. I can't wait. Can't wait to have them all finished. So I finished one. So technically, this is not another start because I haven't started the next one. But here's the next one. This one is The Second Day of Christmas. And I will again be stitching it on green. Sadly, I did this one on 40 count. So now they all need to be 40 count so they're the same size. And so I've been collecting 40 count greens because I would like them to be different shades because not every tree is the same shade of green. So I will be starting The Second Day of Christmas sometime soon. In my delusional brain, at one point I thought, well, oh, this is in my Christmas bag. I thought maybe I would be able to get one done a month. I have too much other stuff I need to get done, like that actually needs to get done before, you know, my pleasure stitching, I guess. So, all right, so I will work on it though, and someday have all of them. Don't fall, please. All right, the next one is this beautiful bag. And in here, ooh, the Plantation sampler. This one, here's my floss. Pull everything out. So this is the Plantation sampler. Oh, there is nothing like a sampler with a pastoral scene at the bottom. So this one I am stitching on 40 count oatmeal. I started it a long time ago. I kind of would like to restart it. I'm thinking I may. Because I don't like 40 count. I just don't anymore. And that's why I haven't stitched on it because I just don't enjoy it. So I think I may restart it. In fact, I know I'm going to. So I guess technically then this is not a start anymore. This is a put it away. Oh, there are the dogs trying to get at the door. And restart it. So this one's a restart. So let me put it over there so it's a restart. Okay, those are all of the projects that I have started that are not finished. Thread. Hold on, let me put this over there. That are in this room. Now I have a whole other piece of furniture in my bedroom that houses more than this. So I am not going to be able to finish this today, but I will come back sometime, Friday probably, to do the second half of this video. So it'll be immediate for you. So why am I telling you this? All right, I'll be right back. All right, it's a new day. That's why I'm wearing something new. So I did find a few extra bags in this room. So I need to go over those before I move my camera into the other room. So the first project I'm going to show you is in this cute Teresa Cowcut Patriotic. It does have two projects in it. It's by Sherry So Sweet. Excuse me. So the first one that's in there is this Teresa Cowcut Land That I Love. This one I started, I had some progress. I did not like the fabric that I was using. Then I changed it to a 46 count. I think it is Confederate gray. And I'm using a color conversion that I did myself to 103s. So that's it. Of course, I haven't worked on it at all since, you know, I restarted it. So this is one that I would like to stitch some. It will not be finished this year. It's not going to be finished this year, but I would like to work on it. The other project that is housed in that bag is this Rosewood Manor American Flag Quilt Sampler. This one, I really would like to have this finished this year. I only have part of this done and a little bit of this. So will I? Probably not, but it's a goal of mine. So this one actually, I would like to see finished. And this, I'm using the called for floss. And this was like the third or fourth project I think I started. Somewhere in there. It's one at the very beginning. So it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And this is, I did all this back stitching, and a lot of people commented. Of course, I was a brand new stitcher, and they were like, you're supposed to do the back stitching afterwards. But when I do this, I can do my fractional stitches. I know exactly where my color is supposed to go. And I think it still looks fine. So that is how far I've gotten. Do I have a lot left? Absolutely. I have a lot left, and probably will not finish it, but it's a goal, right? It's a goal. So that's what's housed in this one. And I'm using mostly the called for, a few that I've changed, but for the most part called for DMC. All right, next project is in this cute bag. This one I made. It was, you can tell I didn't have enough fabric, so I didn't list this one. I sold these in my shop, and I didn't sell it because it is pieced on the back, and I thought, well, then I can keep this one. So this is one that I made, and this is the chart that's in there. This is Hannah Campbell, and I really just think this is just stunning. Love all of the red. All of this is over one. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The border is gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure that's about all I've worked on. I do have the, I am stitching with the 103s on this. And do I know what? Not sure what. If I have, here it is, my linen. So I can tell you. It is 46 count straw. Weeks Dye Works straw. Now this is not the original one, so it's not as gauzy, but that's okay. And that's as far as I've gotten. So this is just, I started it, I think I stitched on it for probably about 3 or 4 days, and I never came back to it. So this is one that will not be finished this year, and I don't even know if I'll stitch on it this year, but I do love it. One day it will be in the forefront. Just this year is not this year, right? Okay, here's the next bag, and this is from the 805 Stitcher. I love these cute Dear Jane panels that she puts in them. Really sweet. This one is the Jeanette Douglas Floral Alphabet. I love it. I just started this. No, that was a different one. Never mind. So I think I have 3 of them. I'm through J now. So, and as they come out, the tinsmith's wife, she pulls them aside for me. So I think she's keeping up with hers. Wendy, I think she's keeping up with hers. I sadly am not yet. So I have the silks for them with this cute little fob. And I only have a small start, and it is on 32 count vintage country mocha. And Wendy told me it needed to be on 32 count because of the specialty stitches. So, you want to see how small my start is? I don't even know if you can call this a start. I just wanted to say I had started it. Oh no, I'm stitching it over one. I wonder if I'm allowed to do that because are there any over one stitches on here? I don't even think you can count this as a start. I think I have 3 X's. So, I think I'm going to need to talk to Wendy about this one and find out. So, I don't think that one really can be counted as a start because that one's going to be changed. So, I'm going to put it over here to be fixed. So, not counting that one. Hold on one second. I'm going to... Okay. This is my next bag. Cherry So Sweet. Oh, here's another 12 Days of Christmas. I think this is my 4th one then. I forgot about this one. This is by Annie Bees. It's the 12 Days of Christmas stockings. Oh, so cute. So, so cute. I am stitching it over one on 28 count Jobelin black. And these are not, there's not a coordinating bag in here, so these are kind of just scrunched in here. So I just put the title there. So these are the DMCs that the chart called for in the chart. So I have those, and this is how far I've gotten. I'm almost finished with this one. These really are fast. I'm thinking that smalls don't call to me very often, but I do really, I mean, it just went really fast. So I need to have this somewhere when I feel like I need a finish, I can do that. So that one's almost finished. So this one I will put in the will be finished this year. All right. Oh, this bag is so old. This is from Magnolia Baby Creates. I don't even know if she makes bags anymore. This one is, I don't know. It's pretty, probably 7 or 8 years old. Okay, I'm stitching this on 46 count, hold on, my floss is caught. 46 count Atomic Ranch Mellow Stone. And it is the Lord's Prayer. And this one I would like to finish this year. I don't have a lot done on it. But words I feel like go pretty quickly, except I don't carry between letters, so that makes it go a little more slowly. But I feel like this one wouldn't take, I mean, in a year I should be able to. Of course, not with all these that I have piled over here. So this is how far I've gotten. Not much. So maybe not. I'm still going to put it in my, I really want a Lord's Prayer piece up in my house. So, and these are the called for DMCs. Once I have all these pulled out and I actually look through them, all the ones that I'm thinking I'm going to finish this year, then I will put them in order of importance and which ones are the closest as well. All right, this is another, oh, wait, my paper. There's no way I'm going to remember if I don't have my paper in there. All right, since I haven't written on my tag yet. So this one is another Sherry So Sweet bag. Beautiful, beautiful bag. And, ooh, yes. This one will not be finished this year. I love this. I love a huge project, and this is a huge project. So this is, I just have to get my stuff out here. Sorry, I'm looking down so much. Let me find a picture. Here it's a horrible picture. I'll try to put a picture in after I show you the paper, but this is what it looks like. Oh. So I'll try to put a picture in here if I can find one online. What is the name of this one? It's by Mary Beale. Oh, Days of Advent Sampler. I love this. Absolutely love this. So I am stitching this with the NPIs, the called for NPIs. Called for NPIs. And I'm stitching it over one over one on 32 count fiber on a whim affogato. And it is going to be huge. And I have a teeny tiny itsy bitsy. I just wanted to say last year that I had started it. So some people wouldn't even count this as a start, but it is started. So 1 over 1. That's as far as I've gotten. That one will not be finished this year. So it's one of those. I have a lot of other really big projects that I would like to get done first, but this one does stay in here just in case it calls to me. When I have them hanging on the shelf, these tags all are on the edge, and I can just flip through the pictures and decide, what do I feel like working on today? This is a bag that I made. Toile, love toile, love red. This, you just saw it probably, is the Mary Gypsum from Whilst Iris Naps. This one is on a scroll rod. So pretty. And I have the called for Weeks Dye Works. I'm stitching it on 46 count Thornfield by Needle and Flax. And I think this is this one, isn't it? Pretty sure. Let me make sure. Yes. I don't have my tags on my scroll rods yet. I have them made. I just have to get them on there. So this is how far I've gotten. And this is how wide it's going to be. You know when you see your WIPs and you're like, oh, why am I not working on this? Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So there's that one. Oh, I should be rolling it up. Okay. And I think that's all. So that's all that are in the room. These are the ones that when I went through my starts, call them starts, Jennifer. When I went through my starts in the other room, these were the ones that I thought, okay, I really want to focus on these. But now I'm thinking there are some others in there that I really may want to pull to the forefront. And I know there's one because this one is one that I wanted to finish this year. So I've got to go find that one. I'm not sure where it is. I have 4 other scroll rods here that all of their stuff's in there. So I'm going to move my setup into my bedroom, and then we'll look at some more of my starts. Okay, so now we're going to look at the WIPs, or well, not WIPs, starts I worked on this year. Starts that I have in my bedroom and this piece of furniture behind you. And you can tell, my dear Jane, no more progress. That is something that I plan on finishing in March because that's when spring break is. And I'm hoping that I have some days for that. As I look through these, I am going to pull some of them to the other room so that I can focus on them a little bit this year. This is one that I would like to get finished because, I mean, I waited forever to get it. And then when I finally got it, it's like I didn't want to work on it because I didn't want it to be over. But now it's released and it's like, Jennifer, just work on it. So I'm not jazzed, if you will, with the fabric anymore. It is a 40 count, but I mean, I could restart it, but I think it looks fine. I think I'm just going to continue on this And I could finish this year. I'm pretty darn sure. But I am stitching this with the called for floss, and I was looking to see if I have a paper with what exact. Nope, these are my NPIs, looking a little worse for wear. They've been moved around a lot and shoved into a cabinet. So anyway, oh, did I even say that this is Birds of a Feather by Blackbirds Designs? It was re-released because it was going for crazy amounts of money on the secondary market. So I'm going to move that one to the other room so I can get it finished this year. And this one too, I need to move to the other room. I don't have a picture of it. Nope. This was the free class that Nicola did online. Sorry, my linen is caught in my zipper here. And it's just a piece of scrap linen that I had. Look, I started something on it at some point. It looks like, I'm pretty sure 56 count. Pretty sure it's 56 count. So this is the free workshop she did. How about if you move that? And you were supposed to pick your own colors, and it was to learn specialty stitches. And so that's as far as I've gotten. I really need to finish it. I tried to keep up. If I ever try to do a stitch along and I get behind, it's like I just give up until everybody's completely finished with it. And then I feel like I can go back and work on it. So I don't know of anybody who's working on this right now. So it would be perfect. So this one I'm also want to finish this year because I think it's beautiful with all the different colors. So, okay. Those are going to go in the other room. All right, so let's look at some other things. Most of what I have in these are in my Amazon bags that I keep. I will link them below if you're interested. They're great for storage, and they're not very expensive, so I love them. So the first one, a lot of these are going to be big samplers. This is Sarah Borton. I love the pink flowers in here and the blue, little bits of blue. And down here, it's just so pretty. The cute little well right here. So pretty. Very, very pretty. I don't even remember how much I have finished with this. I am stitching this with DMC. Oh, look, this one has the tag on it. I started it in 2019. June 20th. It's on 40 count Ren. Let's see how much I have. Not much. I really don't like the way the stitches work. Look. Work, not work. Look. Oh, I don't like them at all. Look, I did the eyelets. I do like the way the eyelets look. All right. So this is not going to be counted as a start because I'm going to scrap that one and I'll restart that one. So that one's going to go away. All right, let's look at the next one. So this one, this is All the Fault of train of thought with my needle. Oh, I can see her face. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm horrible with names. Hold on. Ellen Chester. Wow. Seriously, Jennifer Lee. Sorry about that, Ellen. If you watch this, I'm very, very sorry. I saw her, I'm pretty darn sure it was her, she, that finished this. Or maybe it was from this designer. I know she did one of them. And I just fell in love. Ellen is a very talented stitcher of samplers. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce. This is the name. I bought this from Creative Poppy. And here's the name of the chart. And it's just so pretty. I started it and I've decided I don't think that I am an experienced enough stitcher to do this yet. So I feel like I need to take some time and try again. I am stitching mine on 46 count vintage lintel. And I think maybe the problem is that I kitted it with a Verilon. And maybe that's the problem. It's just too thick. And maybe if I changed it to 103s. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So this, again, not going to be a start because I'm going to scrap this one. I think it's beautiful. See what you think. Now that I look at it, it's very small. But when I was stitching on it, I felt like it was too fat and fluffy. So I think what I'm going to do, because it is on 46 count, I think maybe I'll pull some 103s and try it out in the corner and see which one I think looks best. And I probably am going to switch it to 103s. So I'm not going to count this as a start either. I'm going to move it over. But let me tell you, talk about confetti and lots of coverage. This is like craziness. So I'm sure this is even crazier. I would love the letters. I know I would love to stitch the letters and the cute little motifs. But this is all sorts of crazy shading and beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But I feel like I'm not skilled enough yet to do that. So this one I'm going to put away also as to restart. So that's not going to count in my starts. Wow. Ooh, this one is Charlotte Warrington. This was one of the exclusives through Homespun Needlework on Facebook. It is by Needlework Press and is gorgeous. Oh. See, when I see them, I want to stitch on all of them, and you can't do that. That's why I separated them to begin with, according to like how much progress I had on them. So this is a half yard of 46 count medium light sewing box. So this is the linen. It came in the kit. And I have a tiny little start right here. So when I received it, I made a start just to say I had, but that's why this one did not go in the other room. So I have this kitted up with DMCs. It's just so beautiful. One day it will be in my focus. I just need to focus on some others right now. The next one is a hats chart, Hands Across the Sea. Oh, 1 second, my daughter's calling. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter, who just had the baby, they went for their first doctor's visit. So they were telling me that she gained 2 ounces and everything is great. So, all right. Next project is my next start was this. And I was making it for someone in particular. I don't know if I'll give it to that person still. But it's the series by Lizzie Kate, the Less is More series. And I'm stitching this on 40 count sampler green, which I think I have actually I have a piece of this for my 12 Days of Christmas trees as well. So this is how far I've gotten on this one. That's really cute. I may put this, actually, I think I'm going to put this out there because I would like to finish it as well. It's not a large one. I mean, I guess altogether it's kind of larger maybe. I don't know. So the next one I have, this I saw one of Nicola Parkman's friends that was traveling with her was stitching on this when I went to the retreat with the Queen City Sampler Guild. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't mail my check. In Ohio. So, sorry. Just thought of something. Hold on, I'm going to stretch out my leg. Okay, so I saw Nicola's friend stitching on this and thought, oh, I really, really love this piece. And so I went ahead and ordered it, and it was waiting at home when I got home. So I'm not sure Do I know what this is? I do not, but it's modeled beautifully. So I only have this much. I just wanted to say I started it. So when I got home, I started it. Let me see if I know. It kind of looks like, I'm not even going to get, it looks like marbled bunny, or here are my flosses. They are the called for silks. Yes, 46 count marbled bunny by XJU Designs. So that is not one that I plan on focusing on this year, so it's going to stay in here. All right, my next one is Maria Euan, there's no G, Euan by Hands Across the Sea. It again has the Lord's Prayer, which I love. Love this down here with the flowers inside the hill. Oh, it's really pretty. This one, what did I do with my bag? Oh, it's right here. I'm stitching it with 103s. I'm stitching it on, oh no, this one just says I'm missing 703. Let's see, does this say what I'm stitching it on? Well, this is how far I've gotten. That's how far I've gotten. Why am I so far away from the top? Why did I skip that much? Oh, no. I don't know. Anyway, this is it. That's how much. Isn't it a pretty flower? It's very pretty. All right. This one, I don't know what the linen is. Let me see if it's on the actual linen. At some point this year, I would like to have all of these bags with my tags and labels all filled out. So then I won't be this disorganized when I show my projects, hopefully. So I have so many samplers that I've started that I can't get to all of them. And so I'm trying to pick out the ones that I have more completed so I can kind of focus more on those. This is Fanny Bramley by Hands Across the Sea. Oh, I would like to finish this one this year. This one I may just put out there, not in my to be finished this year, but this is on 46 count color in cotton biscotti. I love to stitch letters. Let me move my needle out of the way. Oops. This is how far I've gotten. Oh, it's very pretty. So this one's not huge, so I think this one could be finished this year. I am going to move this one out there. So okay, another Hands Across the Sea sampler, Eliza Martha Linfoot. This linen that came with this, I'm pretty sure this was a kit. Yes, this one that was from Homespun Needlework. I don't know, but I got it as a kit from Traditional Stitches. Maybe it was it a exclusive? Was it their exclusive? I don't know, but I love these deer. Just love them. So this one I am stitching with 103s, and I'm stitching it on 63 waffle cone legacy linen. Okay. And I have this much of the border. So pretty. I don't know. I kind of wish I had that one out there too. I can't put them all out there, Jennifer. You know, you got to draw the line somewhere. All right, I'm going to put that one over here for now. This one I started during the pandemic, and when we all had to stay at home for, well, here for a couple of weeks. We got to stay home, but I what do you call it? The Antique Needle Work Quarterly. It was a magazine that you can get the CD, the discs, and I bought those. And so this is actually a sampler that it's like in different parts. It was in different magazines. I don't know what year it was. Let me look. I can see probably. The magazine was from summer of 2015 is the part that I have right here. So isn't this gorgeous? This is Verilon sampler. I don't know. That's probably not right. This was the first thing I ever tried with 46 count. And so I started it, and then I was like, oh, maybe I can't stitch this. And now that's all I like to stitch. So I really would actually like to get back to this. This is all I've stitched on it. Isn't that sad? I am stitching it. I started it in March 21st, 2020. And I'm using this brown color. I think this is the called for. It's NPI Burnt Umber color 588. 588. It also has white in it somewhere, but I'm not sure where, but it's in the, if I'm remembering correctly, it's in the called for floss. But I'm pretty sure this was the called for this one. So, itchy nose. Another Hands Across the Sea sampler. This one I'm going to do, oh, that reminds me, you know what, I didn't, it must be in there. I need to move it out there. I have, how about if I just, okay, this is the multiplication chart by Hands Across the Sea. I started the one that was by, is it Rosewood Manor? I think it's by Rosewood Manor. We'll come across it at some point. That one I want to finish first because it is like one of the first things that I started. Probably the second month that I had started stitching. So this is the name of this one. Multiply Kindness. And I'm going to do this one, and I've mentioned this before. Instead of this, I'm going to put my children's names. I'm going to put their first name here and their middle name there because I have 5 children. So I thought that would be perfect. And I hope they multiply kindness. I am stitching this on 46 count Old Sheep by XJU Designs. And I have the DMCs pulled for this. And that's how far I've gotten. I just wanted to start it. Just because I have a whole basket. One day I will video my things I want to start this year because it's a lot. Alright, this one, I'm pretty sure this was my Easter start one year. I'm stitching this. This is also a Hands Across the Sea. It's a PDF. Couldn't think of what it's called. This one is Amy Fischer. So pretty. And right here it says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I thought that was just beautiful. I'm up here. The border is fun to stitch. The letters, love the letters. I'm a letter person though. This is kitted up with the DMC as well. And I'm stitching it on 40 count Affogato. Now, this 40 count I don't think looks as large as the other one. Like, it doesn't look, I don't know, as messy to me. I'm stitching it 1/2. So, oh, it's pretty. Isn't it pretty? Love to stitch letters. All right. I almost said I'm going to put it in the other room, but I'm not going to put it in the other room. As soon as I finish one of the samplers that are in there, I'll replace it with another one from in here. So this one is, oh, I should have this done. I made a mistake on this one, and I've never gone back to it because I don't remember what the mistake was. I should have made a note, but I didn't. This is Miss Lucy Cowcut by Just Stitching Along. I have both of these. It's 2 charts that she stitched. I started right here in the middle. I don't know why, but I really wanted to stitch that, so that's just not like me. I have this kitted with the DMC. It's on 40 count antique cotton. I think also I'm not really thrilled about the linen. It's very yellow. So this is how far I've gotten. You can't really tell how yellow it is in here, but that's how far. So I might restart this one on a different, like on a 46 count, something not quite so yellow. I like a yellow undertone, but more of a gold, like straw, is what I usually am drawn towards. So I'm having trouble here. Okay, so the next one is a Scarlet House. I started this one. I'm stitching with the 103s. This was the stitch along for Brenda's birthday. I started it when everybody else did, and I couldn't keep up, so now you don't see as many people stitching it, so I guess this is Martha Evans. I can get back to it. Again, I have this. I started in the middle. I don't know why. I don't normally do that. And I'm stitching this on 56 count parchment. And this way. This is how far I've gotten. It's pretty. Very, very colorful. So again, that one is not going in the other room. It's going to be in waiting until it's its turn. This one is the one I can't decide. This was the Twin Peak Primitives when they had the contest to send someone to Europe. And it's called Springfield Sampler. Twin Peak Primitives. And I love these flowers. So I bought this conversion from Keepsakes, and I think I don't, maybe it's just that I don't like that. It's an NPI conversion that they did on 46 count cream linen, and some of these are just a little crazy for me. They're a little bright, but part of me says just keep going. I think it'll be okay. The linen is kind of a peachy color, which makes it look really pretty. So I just asked myself, would I actually hang this up in my home? I just need to get some more of the red in, I think, to look and see. But, so, I've had this one for quite a while, because how many years ago was that? So, that one I am going to keep, not going to get rid of it. Oh, this one, when I saw it, when I just pulled it out of here, I thought to myself, ooh, I really think I would like to move this one to the other room. This one I thought would make a great 1 strand of floss a day. You know how people do that with monochromatic stitches? And I think this one would be great for that. So this is a stunning blue piece of work by Perman of Copenhagen. And I don't know if the name is on here. It has a design number right here. Does it have a name? I don't think it does. I think it just has that number, maybe. I like that the charts come in these big pieces of paper, though. Okay, well, I'm not sure. But I'm stitching mine with a hank of silk. This is Midnight by Gloriana. And so the part I'm using, I keep on this pretty Mother of Pearl thread winder. It's an angel. I think that's beautiful. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing. I am stitching 1/1 on, does it have a name? 32 count color and cotton Chantilly. I don't know if you can see my paper behind this, but that's how far I've gotten. I love it. I know some people don't like when you have to pick up your thread because you can see through it, but I don't mind at all. I hope you can't see. I have my paper where it's written down behind it. So, oh, it's really pretty. So this, I think, would be a great 1 strand of floss a day, but I already have something in mind for that. And so I'll talk more about that in plans in my next floss tube. Speaking of, sorry, my last floss tube was so crazy. I still haven't even finished editing it. So I've been doing a lot of traveling lately. So these are my flosses. This is DMC on my thread milk. Love it. This one I started, just to say I started, when I went to Ohio for the first time to my retreat. And I got to spend time with Liz. I would like to stitch this one day. I did not realize, look how thick this is. Whoa, Mama Joe. It's a lot. It's a lot. So this one got started and then put away. Definitely not a good one to take with you on a retreat to try to start. So I started it in my hotel room. And the only thing I have... I think I'm going to be looking down most of this video. I'm very sorry about that. Is just the border. I just got some of the border stitched. So this border is this border. Is that the back? No, that's the front. That's right. So that's all I got accomplished. Do I know what I am stitching this on? No. I don't. I guess I don't know what linen this is. Well, it's 46 count something. Not quite sure. So this one's beautiful. So that one also will probably not get worked on this year. Now, at any time, I might decide that one of these should go in the other room, but oh, you know what? Is this one in here? This one is beautiful, but I think this one is one that I thought about restarting. So this is Jane Howell. This is by the Scarlet Letter. This is my favorite all-time designer because she has the most beautiful samplers. It's just gorgeous. I love this a lot. So, by the Scarlet Letter, I am stitching this in a Verilon. Maybe that's why I don't like it so much, and I want to change it. I started it on now this is 46 count, but I think the stitches look so fat and fluffy. So this is another one I think I'm going to restart because that's not very much. I'm going to change this one to 103s. And restart this one. So that's another one we're not going to count as a start because it's going into the kitted pile as soon as I get the 103s for that. All right, the next one is one I started at a 12 by 12. My friend Liz picked this one. This one is And They Send. And I have the Jenny Bean for the Parlor series done, and I think it's Teresa Vanette designed it so it was 1 stitch longer and 1 stitch wider than this one. So I should get this one out and do like one little band at least this year. We'll see. I don't know. So I have this kitted with the called for over dies. It's got Gentle Arts. It's got Weeks Dye Works. Yep, just a hodgepodge, if you will. And I am stitching this on 46 count parchment on a long half. It's a beautiful color. Is this the, yep. So this is how much I have finished. And this one I just stitched for an hour. During my 12 by 12 one year. So quite a bit left to do, but it's a start. It's a start. But again, this one is not going to go out in the work on immediately or this year even. So let's see. Look how cute this bag is. Isn't that sweet? This is a daily reminder. This is Brenda Gervais. I don't stitch a lot of her things. Her color palette doesn't always appeal to me, the pastel kind of colors. But please don't be mad at me about that. And I don't like all the cute, like with the rabbits and the snowmen, and that's not my thing. So, but this I thought was gorgeous, and I loved this. I just love it. So I started it, and I don't know what it was, but I didn't enjoy it, so I stopped working on it. I do have the called for floss. Whoa. Is it open? I'm not sure why these weren't attached unless they're extras of the same color. I don't know. I have the called for. They're Weeks Dye Works. I don't know why I have. Why do you think this is in here? Anybody? It's 103. Surely it doesn't have 103 in it with Weeks Dye Works. Let's look. Oh, here we go. There we go. Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works. I have no idea why this is in here. All right, well, nonetheless, it doesn't belong there. So this is a daily reminder. I am stitching mine on, I'm assuming it's probably whatever the called for fabric is, which is, let me see. Everybody probably already knows this, right? Arboreal, isn't that how you say that? Linen by Cedar River Linens. I'm guessing that's what this is. It may not be. And this is how far I've gotten. I did my eyelet stitches, and I started on my satin stitches. I think this one, it doesn't have all the floss, so this needs to go over here to, I need to pull the rest of the floss. So you go over there. All right. The next one I started with Liz a long time ago, and we had this plan on doing this. This is called Ladies Maids by Plum Street Sampler. I love this big blue house. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm not going to stitch mine exactly like this, but it's just going to be a smaller version of it. And I just pulled a few floss. I'm just going to like color convert as I go. I'm going to channel my inner Liz. And so I only have one little tiny start, and I'm stitching mine on, I started this when I was in Ohio the second time, I think. This is Sampler Gold by Color and Cotton, and I sure would like to get my hands on some more of this. This is all I have. I don't even have the whole thing finished yet. So, that's okay. I haven't worked on it because I haven't really made a plan. Like, I really need to get it out and look at it and make some decisions. Oh, no. Oh, I think this went to, I'm like, I don't know what this goes to. Pretty sure it goes to this one. Yes. My, Heart's Ease, Cincinnati, Ohio one. Okay. Well, that wouldn't have been good. Anyway, I haven't made any hard and fast plans on this, so I'm just going to wait. One day the inspiration will hit me. This one is in this beautiful bag. Isn't that pretty? This is by Penny and Tenny, this bag. So, this is another one that I started with Liz the last time I was up in Ohio. This is the Scarlet House. She probably has this one finished. It's Mary Ann Farmer. It's just beautiful. I'm just up here fiddling around in the border. I don't know if it calls for 103s or if I, I don't even see the, one second please. Oh no, I've lost the page with the, I've lost the page where it has all the information and lists the flosses. Oh, that's not good. Well, I'm going to have to ask, Liz if I can have a copy of hers for that. She'll send me a picture. Anyway, I'm not sure what linen this is either. It's, oh, here it is. Fox and Rabbit 46 count melting moments. So pretty. So pretty. Look at this. So, I just have a little bit of the border started. So, that one's going to be really pretty. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to. That one also needs threads, so we'll put it over there. This one is, how can I move this? Hold on. JBW Bluebirds of Happiness. It's kind of shiny, the paper is. It's so pretty. I love the blue. I got the coordinating pins when it first came out, so I put them in there so I wouldn't lose them. I am stitching mine, like, where is my, with 103s. Let me see what it calls for. You know, I think this video and my last floss tube may not even make it to YouTube. No, it calls for Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. So I must have done a conversion to 103s. And I'm stitching mine 1/1 on 32 count Lugana Atomic Ranch Freeze. And I have just a teeny tiny little start right there. So 1/1 on 32 count. I really enjoy stitching 1/1 on 32 as well as 28. They're both very enjoyable. This one though is one that I probably will not work on this year. So, well, okay. My next one is Heartstring Samplery. And these I've had forever when they first came out. What year was that? 2021. I collected them. So the Tinsmith's wife got them every month. And I would collect them. And so I have all of them. You can now buy them all in a book as well. But I have the Called For Overdyed. And I haven't decided. I haven't stitched them because I'm not sure how I want to finish them. I have a very large piece of 40 count Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. And you can tell 40 is what I used to stitch on, and I'd rather stitch on 46 or 56. And so last time I looked at it, I thought, do I like it? I'm not sure if I like it. We'll see. So this is how far I've gotten. So I can't decide if there's some way I can put them on the same piece of fabric or if I want to stitch them into something. So that's when I stopped stitching them. How am I going to display them is what I was asking myself, because I don't have a lot of display space in my house. And so if I'm going to stitch something, I do want it to be something that I'm either going to give someone or will it actually fit in my house. So this one, I love this project. Absolutely love this project. This is the alphabets by the Prairie Schooler. I tried to collect all the cardstock, but some of them are not. I have 1, 2, 3 that are not, and I have 3 that are. Is this all of them? DEF. Nope, I don't have all of them. I am missing some of them. But this is such a slow going project, it really doesn't matter. So anyway, so I was trying to collect all of the cardstock ones, but I was not able to. So I wanted to get it started. So the ABC one is not a cardstock. So I started with this one, and I'm going to put them all on the same piece of fabric. I haven't not put them all on. Some of them are on their cards, but some of them are not. Most of them are not. But I'm doing them all on one piece of fabric. Do I know what kind of fabric this is? Look at this mess. I don't see a paper in here. Let's see if it's attached. It just looks like a 28 count something. I'm stitching it 1/1 on a, is this the front or the back? That's the front, okay. 1/1, oh, this makes me want to stitch it. 1/1 on 28 count just calls my name. Every time I see it, it just makes me want to stitch it. So this is going to be this one right here. A is for anchor. Oh, it's so pretty. So remember when I said I can only have one huge project at a time? I feel like this is a huge project. Some are big. I mean, I have big samplers, but I wouldn't call them huge. This is going to be huge. Huge, 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 huge. So I have that. And that is all for this round. My husband should be getting home soon, so I'm going to have to let you go. And I will do some more videoing tomorrow. I sure hope I can find all the pieces of this. All right. I'll be back. Okay, new day, same video. This, I believe I am on the last of my starts. And I think I have fewer than I really realize that I have. I do have quite a few that are kitted up. I probably have more than I have started, would be my guess. I am going to go through those on a video as well and make some decisions, because the last time I went through these and I pulled the ones that were going to be my, you know, I wanted to work on this here, and I moved them into the other room, my stitching room. Now I'm starting to look through these and I'm thinking, maybe I want to change my mind. So I changed my mind a lot. Ask my husband. Drives him crazy. So my next one, this is one that I wanted to get finished this year. This is a Stitching with the Housewives. I don't do a lot of their things, but I do like this sentiment of home. And I am stitching it very small because I've bought a piece. What year did this come out? I don't know. I don't see it on here. But the year it came out, I saw this piece at Hobby Lobby. It's red. It's about this tall. And I thought I really would like the word on there. And so I'm stitching it very small. I'm not doing the interchangeable O's or anything. I just thought it would look really cute stitched. And so I'm doing mine on 28 count black even weave of some kind, and I have an H, part of an H. So you can tell mine's going to be somewhat small, and I am going to make the individual letters and they're going to be no, that's not horizontal, Jennifer, vertically placed on the piece as well. And the O, I'm going to have to chart myself because I just want an O there. If I did do one of theirs, I probably would do the plain wreath that is just, I was looking for it. I think they have one that's just a plain wreath. I'm looking for it. Oh, here it is. So if I did one, it would probably just be this one like this. So anyway, I'm stitching this because I found that piece, and I really would like to have it in my kitchen. I think it would be really cute. So that is one that I told myself that really should be finished this year. It would be a great one for traveling if I wasn't doing it 1/1 on 28 count, because it is just block stitching, so, which is my least favorite type of stitching. I'm a color change kind of person, so. All right, the next one is, and I don't know why this one's not out there in my work on this year. This is Plum Street Samplers, Adam Names the Animals. And it is so cute. I would really like to have this one done this year. I mean, wouldn't I like all of them done this year? That pile is crazy big. So once I have that pile, when I'm finished with this, I'm going to go through there and make some like serious. These are definites. These are maybes. And so I'm going to have them separated that way. We'll see how that goes. But isn't it cute? I know I've started up here. And I remember that little frog. I didn't even notice the frog until I started stitching it. So this one's really cute. This one, do I have anything written? I have my tag, but I haven't filled it out yet. Let me see if I have any information. I hate that I'm looking down so much, but I'm just trying to look through my bag to see if I have a piece of paper. Let's see. Oh, it's on here. It's 40 count mocha beige. And I always know when I've bought it from Kitten Stitcher because she puts these cute little tags on them. And so this is where I am on this. So this one is going to go out into my stitch on this year. I'm actually going to put it in my finish it this year. We're going to see how that goes. Okay, so that's another start that's going to go out there. This next one, this one, okay. This one is also Plum Street Samplers. It's called Crowned Bird Sampler. This one was in, you can tell the picture got stuck to a vinyl front project bag. It's hot in Texas, especially where I live in Texas. It's February the 6th, I think, today. It's 81 degrees. It's just ridiculous. So it was 100 and something, and it stuck to the vinyl. So that's when I changed to the all fabric. The reason I like the vinyl is I could see what was inside of it, and I could flip through like that. But now I just decided I'm going to do this, and then it can be in a project, full fabric project bag, and it'll work just as easily. So I started this in 2019. And it's on 40 count summer khaki. And this is how far I've gotten. It's really pretty. It's another one that I'm thinking, gosh, sure would like to put it out there to get worked on this year. But I can't have everything out there, right? My nose is itchy. My nose was fine until I came on here. Today I went over to see my daughter and my granddaughter and my son-in-law. So, I may put that to take out there. I know this one is also going out there. I'm going to have a lot out there. This is the one that I mentioned the other day when I did this. I mean, it's the same video, but I mentioned that I had another, I was showing the Hands Across the Sea multiplication chart, and I said I had another one from the Brenda Keys. And so this is the one. I started this one in 2018. The name's not on there. I was moving it up like there was a name. I'm pretty sure I started this one in 2018. I am using variegated DMC 115. So, of course, in red. And I am stitching it on 28 count. This is even weave, 28 count even weave. Goodness gracious. Oh no. I just dropped, I think I dropped a needle. Okay, I'm going to pause this because I think I dropped it. Hold on. Wasn't a needle. The needle's right here. This is a 28 count even weave that I got at Hobby Lobby back in 2018 when I first started stitching. So, isn't it pretty? I love it. And as a math teacher, I just really love it. So, this one is one that I would like to have finished this year because it is an older one. And I just think it's really neat and would like to have it up on my walls. So, that one's another one that's going out there. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this one is His and Hers Thanksgiving Stockings by Plum Street. Now, here's the thing. I really like these stockings. I think they're super cute. I'm not a big Thanksgiving person. I mean, I like to give thanks. I am thankful for my life. I have a wonderful life. But I don't like to decorate for Thanksgiving. Or even fall. I mean, I do decorate for fall. But our fall, it's hot in here. Hold on one second. Our fall doesn't hit until about the December-ish. It starts. And people would consider our winters usually as fall where they live. People up north especially. So I just can't get into the fall Thanksgiving. I try to. I really do try to. But I would like to have these so I could put them up. I think they're really cute. I would probably even keep them up all year because I just think they're so cute. So I do want to get these stitched, but I'm not in a big hurry. It's not one that I'm in a big hurry to do. So this one I started in 2021 with the called for floss on 40 count vintage overcast. And this is all I have completed. Sorry, I dropped a bag. So I think it'll be quite quick because really this is the top. You know, I'm already to there. So I don't think it really would take that long. But, oh, this is, yeah, Lakeside Vintage Overcast. Oh, I really should, you know, it's Lakeside and I'm wasting a big old piece of Lakeside. So, anyway, I kind of feel like I should take it out there because it's one that I could finish quickly. But if I have time to stitch, I don't know if I would stitch on it. Here's the internal struggle. This is my struggle. Trust me, I have much more important things to struggle about than that, Jennifer. All right, so this is another fall stitch that I think is beautiful, but I cannot get into. This is Plum Street. Again, Plum Street. Love her stuff. This is called The Gather In, and I'm sure most people have seen this before. And again, I think it's beautiful. It's just that it's fall. I'm going to have to turn my AC on. I was trying not to. I mean, it's February, for goodness sakes. I could make it look a little less fall, like, you know, take the pumpkins out and whatever. But if I'm going to stitch something with this much stitching, it's going to stay out all year long. So I do enjoy the barn aspect. We have a barn. It's not that nice. It's one my grandfather built. Anyway, okay, I digress. So this is, I'm using the called for. I just have a hard time making myself work on this. It's 46 count color and cotton white tee. I don't want it to sound, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And when I see it, I think, oh yeah, I would like to work on that. But numerous times though, I've told myself just, you know, UFO it, give somebody the chart that's going to actually stitch it. And look at this beautiful piece of linen that you could use for something else. But Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Sorry about that. Allergies. In the winter, cedar, well, what we call cedars, they're actually juniper trees, but they look like cedar trees. I don't know if they fall in the cedar family. Anyway, we get what is called cedar fever, and it's bad. Mine usually turns into sinus infections, which I've already had one. I don't need another one. I just had one last month, so I'm trying to keep that at bay. I had all of these stockings, and at one time I thought I was going to stitch them all. I don't think I kept them. I think I destashed them because I'm like, I'm not going to stitch these. But I had started on this, and I have this personality trait where if I start it, I need to finish it. Now, will I finish it quickly? No. But I have a hard time if I've already started it too. And I did this one, which is my favorite because it looks like a sampler. And I think I've started, doesn't matter, Jennifer, but I think I started this one, the next one, which is, you can see a little bit bigger right there. So, and I love Valentine's. Is that the one I started? Yes. I love Valentine's Day. My husband and I, we're not big Valentine's Day people. I'm a Valentine's Day person. Like, I always had things for my children. Now I have things for my grandchildren. I just love the idea of loving other people. So I do not, as a wife, I don't like the idea of someone telling my husband he has to buy me something. Just because. So anyway, Valentine's Day, not a big deal for us. This is stitched on. That was like a big old round. I can get off on a tangent. So this is on 28 count that I dyed. This is a piece of even weave from Hobby Lobby, and it was one of my first attempts at coffee tea dye. And so this is the sampler stocking that I stitched. And then this one, I'm stitching the other way, so it should be going like this. This is the one with the bird. There's the bird's belly and the branch. So, and again, this one could probably be stitched quickly, but it's not one that I'm in a big rush to stitch. Next, this one is one that I said I was going to restart. So I guess this doesn't count then as a start because I have it started. And maybe if I used goblins, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, this is going to be a restart. So this is not a start. It doesn't count in my, when I'm counting here. This I've wanted since I saw this. This is called the Sweetheart Pincushion. This, it calls for 36 count tango by Picture This Plus. And so I bought 36 count tango by Picture This Plus. I got it from 123 Stitch. You can tell by the sticker. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of linen. My stitching, I don't even want to show you. It looks so bad. Maybe I'll show you from back here. This is as far as I got on this. And I'm going to hold it way back because these X's, they don't look like this. They look like this. So I tried stitching it one strand over 2 floss. And this one is, the X's actually look like a 40 count. It looks tighter. And I don't know if that's from the dyeing process or what it is. But I only got this far and I was like, this is not going to work. And now I just thought, I think I'm going to restart this one on the same linen because I like the color. But using goblins because they're a little thicker. I think that may work. We'll see. I'm going to change this out. So this is the book. This is Blackbird Designs, My Dear Hearts. This pincushion is in this book. And that's what I bought this book for this. So I think this is stunning. And wouldn't it be pretty with all the crystals like Katie Strachan does as well. Very blingy. Maybe a little something in there as well. Very pretty. So this is going to be a restart. So that one, when I was pulling these out just now, this last shelf full, I found, oh, this is in another Magnolia Baby Creates. Does anybody know if she still makes bags? Because I can't find her, and I don't know if I don't know if she just doesn't make them anymore, but I love her bags. What was I going to say? Oh, I found when I was pulling out my stuff off the last shelf of the armoire that I found some that were in there that I wanted to start. So they need to go in my basket in the other room to be started. Oh, this one, you know, I really would like to have this one as well. So this is from Heartstring Samplery. And this one is called His Eye is on the Sparrow. We just sang this at church the other day. So this one, it's funny because I also have this chart as well, which I think was the original. And this one, for me, I think it's this one. Let me look inside. Hold on. Yes. This one is hard for me to read. So I bought this one, much easier to read. So if you have your choice, get this one. So this one I am stitching on 40 count Creme Brulee by Tabby Cat. And I'm using the called for floss. Let me put some of this back. Oh, I have it written. See, this is my tag supposed to be filled out. I started it. I started it on December 25th, 2022. And that's all the information that I have not already told you. So this is my linen. And I love modeling, and some people don't, but I love this. So, because when you frame it, it's not going to stand out as much. It's just going to make it look aged because there's so much stitching going on in here. Now, when you look at it like this, you're like, oh, holy no. But anyway, isn't it pretty? Oh, so pretty. So, but I had to pick out, that's another really, really big stitch. So I'll get to that one day. This is another one that I wanted to put. I may move this one back in the other room. But I think, is this the one that I wanted to restart? So this one is the one that I am stitching with Mona. She's Lively Monkey on Instagram. I love it. GGR. It's so pretty. I love the ghosty. I love ghosty parts on a stitch. I am stitching mine. This one I stopped on because I wasn't sure if I was liking it on this linen. This is on 40 count Atticus by Needle and Flax. And I started in the center because it has a lot of blank space at the top. So I thought this is one that I need to start in the center. So this is my start. This is Joseph. And that's when I got bogged down in, do I think it's looking okay? But now that I'm looking at it, I think it looks fine. All right. All right. I like the blue in this one. The blues, see? Pretty. All right. The next one is, this was a 12 by 12 start. This is And Heaven and Nature Sings by Kathy Barrick. I figure my husband would love this one. He enjoys watching deer. He used to be a big deer hunter, but now he would rather just watch them than shoot them. So this is on 46 count Thornfield linen by Needle and Flax, and it's using NPI silks, which is, I'm assuming, since it's Kathy Barrick, that's what was called for. Look how pretty this is. See, now that I see these colors, it makes me want to pull this out. And this linen is so pretty. See if you can see the modeling on it. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. So that's another one of my starts. Then this one, I definitely will be moving into the other room. Do you ever have a project that you just think about a lot? Like, not when you're working on it, not when it's something that's active, like you've worked on it recently. Like, I haven't worked on this in probably a couple of years, and I think about it a lot. So, I really feel like I should be stitching on it then. So this one is My Home in the Garden. I hope you cannot hear the dog barking at a squirrel that's in the tree. This is by Hello from Liz Matthews. And these colors are gorgeous. Now, I am stitching with Gloriana. I did do 3 substitutions, and I think it was just because at the Tinsmith's Wife, they did not have those colors the day that I bought them, which was, like I said, years ago. So I started this with Rose, whom I met at the Tinsmith's Wife, and she lived in Bandera. I don't know if she's still living there. I haven't heard from her in such a long time. So Rose, if you're watching this, let me know how you're doing. And if you want to meet up and stitch again. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that blue. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm stitching this on 40 count. Picture This Plus Fog, which is a beautiful piece of linen. And get ready for this. And if you saw it in person, it's just amazing. This is what I have finished. I can't see what you're seeing, so I'm hoping you can see it. Can you see it? And it is so shiny. I feel like it is illuminated somehow. It is just one of the prettiest things I have ever stitched. So this one I definitely will be putting in the other room. Although this is way too many, I'm going to have to go through them again. Make some more decisions. Make some more time, maybe. Time has been at a premium lately since we had a new addition to our family. So I'm going back over there again tomorrow. I can't wait to see them again. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, this is another one that's a big sampler. And it was, I just couldn't decide between some. And this one is going to take a lot of time. So I told myself, just leave this one in here. Try to get some stuff finished. My bag is like shredding or something. And then come back to this one. So this one, look at this big piece of fabric. This one I have on a yard. I've never owned a yard of fabric before. It's a whole yard of, pretty sure it's Duxbury, which is my favorite. Yep, Duxbury. It's a whole yard. It's a whole yard. So, Fat Quarter Shop used to carry Fox and Rabbit. I haven't seen it lately. Okay, now that I see the stitching, it makes me want to pull this one out again. Okay, so let's talk about this because I'm like, get to the point, Jennifer. All right, this is the name of this one. I can't even remember. Hannah Pepper. So it's Hannah Pepper. And it was in these Fine Lines magazines. And it's in multiple months. Have I written them down? No. It's on my Instagram, so I'll have to go back and look. But this one is the first one, and it's summer 2002. So it's in this magazine, and then you have to get the next 3 after this. And so it is so very beautiful. Ellen Chester, this is how I first started talking with Ellen Chester. She saw my posts about this, and she stitched, of course, she stitched this, and she had notes on it, and she sent me her notes. Wasn't that the sweetest thing? About color changes and just things about counting. And let me tell you, I started this thing, and in the first, just be warned, in the first addition, would you call it? That the chart is in, the count is switched. And so when I started it, I started going across. I started it on a piece of Duxbury, and it was a smaller piece. I mean, this is, you know, this is crazy big, but it wasn't, I kept thinking, I'm not even to the halfway point, and I'm already over halfway across the piece of linen I had. And so it wasn't wide enough because they had the, I don't know if that makes sense. They had the width and the length switched. And so I started it in the wrong direction. And then it wasn't even, or no, it wasn't that. It was just the wrong number. And it was not going to fit on that piece. So I went ahead and bought a huge 1 yard. I was going to make sure that it was going to fit on this one. So this is, I'm going to hold it back so you can see. This is how wide it's going to be. I went across to gauge it because I'm going to cut this off at some point. And then this is how much, I can't see. I'm hoping you can you see? This is how much I have finished. Isn't it so pretty? It's just, and the linen is gorgeous. It's just beautiful. And I am stitching it. I'm pretty sure it's DMC. It calls for DMC. And I am, oh, here, I have my stuff right here. I started it on April the 7th of 2022, and I restarted it April 23rd of 2022 using the called for DMC. I am making changes on that, like I said, Ellen Chester of With My Needle, she sent me some notes, and so some things I'm just using her notes. So, I'm caught on my ring. So this is another one. I would really like to work on it, but I told myself I have to get some other big, because she's a big girl. I have to get some other big things finished before. I can't put them all in there, or none of them will ever get finished. Not that I really care if they get finished or not. But I want to start so many things this year that I'm just not going to have time. And I have new grandbabies. So this one is so beautiful. This is, I'm not even going to try. So this is the designer right here. This is the name right here of the stitch. And her colors are just like, it's, you can tell who the designer is when you see the colors and you see the people on her pieces. Absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. There are so many of hers that I would like to stitch, but I've been trying to be really good about not buying charts and stuff that when I already have stuff. So I told myself if I finish this one, I can buy another one. See how adult I'm being? So this is just so pretty. I think she's Italian. I could be wrong. I have the called for, it looks like DMCs. So these are the DMCs. Put this away. And I'm stitching this 1/1 on 28 count vintage country mocha. And this is how far I've gotten. It looks beautiful. These colors are so pretty on this vintage country mocha. And 1/1 looks so pretty too with her chart. Oh, isn't it cute? All right. I'm almost finished. Crazy, right? All right. Then this one, you can tell I had my Valentine's stuff together and my Thanksgiving or fall. And now these were my 3 Christmas pieces that I have. This one, I would love to have finished this year. I mean, I would love to have the other one finished this year as well. This is the Nutcracker, and it's from Twin Peak Primitives. I got this when Pam from Just Keep Stitching, she started a Sal. I don't know if she finished. I don't think she's finished hers either. but she's further along than I. I only have, I'm pretty sure I have the soldier and the clock and some of this. I think maybe all of this. I think I'm in the middle of doing the clock, I think. Well, how about we look and see, shall we? So this one is 40 count blush, and I'm using what I'm assuming are the called for threads. This is how I was holding them. And yes, that's where I am. Exactly. I thought maybe I had done more and couldn't remember, but alas, no, I had not. Okay, so this is how, let me kind of fold it here. This is how far I've gotten. Oh, I can't see. So that's as wide as it's going to be. And then here is the little soldier and the clock. This one will not be finished this year, but I sure would like it to be. It's cute. That soldier, little toy soldier is super cute. Okay. Then this one is Cringles by Little House Needleworks. And this one just, I love. But when I stitch on it, I'm not enjoying it. And I'm not sure why. I don't know why. I started down here in the sweet shop. I think that's the sweet shop, isn't it? Yes. That's where I started. So this is on 46 count platinum from Weeks Dye Works. And I think maybe it's because I'm using the called for like over dyes. And I'm thinking maybe if I changed it to, since it's 46 count, maybe I'd like it better if I changed it to 103s, or maybe I should just suck it up and stitch it, right? But when you're a process stitcher, if you don't like the process, then it kind of negates trying to hold this, all the fun. So that's as far as I've gotten. And maybe I just didn't like it because it's block stitching. I do like doing the little individual sweets. That was fun. So, not very far. So, and this one I bought, like the thread packs. Fat Quarter Shop had them. And so I bought them from Fat Quarter Shop. Alright, I have one, wait, what's this back here? Oh, no. I have 3 more that are, these, I have to go get the scroll rod real fast. So I have one more to show you. And I thought I had moved this in there because I thought, I told myself I was going to buckle down and get this done this year. And then I think I finally told myself, no, you're not. What are you talking about? So this, I was inspired by Jen Stitchy Niche. I don't know, what, 6 years ago? No, longer than that, 7, 8 years ago. This is when the cross stitch shop in San Antonio was still open. So this is the sampler book by Erica Michaels. And when I saw Jen stitching this, I really just wanted to make this book. And so I have all of the pages. I can't show you because so like the charts in here, this is for, this is for D is for daffodil. I have the fabric. I bought fabric from 1-2-3 Stitch, like little pieces that would work. And I kitted up the threads that I would need. And so I have them all in baggies ready to go. I think I stitched one, if I'm not mistaken. I have stitched some of the, so like these are the stitches you have to do to bind it, if you will. And like then there's this like I'm assuming this little running stitch that you're going to use to sew it together. I've done that on some of them. So they're in varying stages, but it's not even anywhere close. And it's like all on 32 count, because when she started, I think that's what it calls for. And I was a beginning stitcher. I'm looking to see. See, this is how much I have. It has a few stitches there, but do you see the, I don't even know if you can see. There you go. And so they're on this side and on this side. Probably could see it better on the back. You can see the running stitches. Anyway, they make, this is a god-awful green. But the whole point was you were supposed to get different colors, and I don't know if I'll ever finish it, but I really want to. I'm pretty sure it's all 32 count because it's supposed to be the same. Nope, that's 28. So maybe they're all 28 count. And so I'm having to stitch over 2 on 28 count, which I don't want to do, but I really want this done. So anyway, oh, you can even see, look, I used to abominate. Those are still in there. So that one, I don't know if I'll work on it all this year, but it'll stay in this room. So, all right, I have 3 more. I just have to go get the scroll rods, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have a little bit of a problem because I have 4 scroll rods that I have not shown, and only 3 more project bags. I know what the other one is. It is a, I'm pretty sure well, no, I know it is. It is a scarlet letter chart. I just don't know the name of the chart. And then the floss. Where's the floss that goes with it? I don't know. Well, that's a mystery, so I'm going to have to be looking for that, I guess. Okay, so the last 3 that I have to show you. This one I will have finished this year. This is Love Abide. It's by La-Di Da. And I am not going to put the letters down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this up here either. I really do just like, let's see if I can make it. That. I mean, I may do the letters at the bottom. I like the sentiment up here, but I don't know. I just kind of like the scene. Anyway, this is how much I have finished. I would say I have about half for what I'm doing. This is because I have half the tree and I have one side of the where the houses are. So I think this one I could finish easily this year. So it's really cute. It's going to be really pretty. Okay, so that is Love Abide. Put that one there. This is another one that I am determined to have finished this year. I was going to show it to you before I showed you the chart. This is When Thou Art Rich by Hands Across the Sea, and you should see, look, it's falling apart. It's this chart has been well loved and used. So this was my first band sampler, I'm pretty sure, that I started, and it has so many specialty stitches. I am right here. So it's taken me, what, 4 years to get to there, but I think I can finish this year. But I really would like to finish this one. It is absolutely beautiful. What stopped me on this one is the queen stitch, because I think that's what it's called. Is it called the queen stitch? Oh, here it is right here. Let me look. Yes, Rococo or queen stitch. Mine is horrible. Absolutely horrible. This is on 36 count buttercream because I was told that would be 36 would be better than a higher count. I started this in 2019. Then 40 count because of the specialty stitches. So I was like, oh, okay. And so anyway, let me hold it back so you can see I'm stitching. These are over 1 words, which I love. I love everything about this. Let me move up. I love the satin stitches. Okay, mine may not be perfect. They probably are not, but I just love them. I think they look amazing. I love, they're down here in these as well. These are all satin stitches. They're so pretty. This is my over one words. And these are over two, what do you call them? Eyelets stitches. So I love the specialty stitches. The part that I'm horrible at is this queen stitch. I feel like I need to rip. It's this little yellow one right here. I just, and you can tell right here. Let's go to this side. Can I see over here? Let me just point at it. So this pink one, can you see? This pink one's not all the way to the end. And then that queen stitch, I finally was like, forget it. So I stopped working on it, worked on other things and forgot about it. But this, I really would like to have this finished. It is just beautiful. And I would love to display this in my house. I would definitely get this professionally framed. Okay, last one that I can find is going to be And God Saw. This one has a small start. I'm pretty sure, I don't know when I started it. It's by Teresa Cowcut. And it says, and God saw everything he made and it was good. And so I'm stitching this on 46 count marbled hazelnut by XJU Designs. And it's beautiful. I like her marbled linens, I guess. So, isn't it pretty? It's just a little darker marbling than her marbled bunny. And this is how far I've gotten. Just a little start. I think I just worked on it one day just to say it was started. So, very pretty. Now, I will show you the other scroll rod. And if you can recognize what chart it is, that would be great. I don't have any more project bags. So I don't know if I took it out of the bag because I'm pretty sure that it's probably with 103s and I keep them in the Gutermann boxes. I'm guessing that's what it is. So this, and you can see where I started it at first and then I restarted it. So this is where I started it at first and I was like, no, I didn't like it. So then I scrolled her on up and started again. So it's just right there. And you can see that it's 10th stitch. So I do every 10th one when I count. I just wanted to get it started. This flower is beautiful. Took me forever, but is beautiful. So this is another one that I started and thought, I don't think I am a good enough stitcher yet to finish this, but it's so pretty. It's like very textured. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just really beautiful. So I know it's a scarlet letter, but I just am not sure which one. So if you happen to know which one, let me know. All right. Well, those are all of my things that I've started. So I do have quite a few that are kitted that are in 3 of these drawers. Well, no, 2 of the drawers. One of the drawers just has charts. And then I have a big basket in the other room as well that have kitted things that I want to start this year. So I think I'm going to get rid of at least half of what I have kitted in here because I just have too much. And I also have this. I think this, I did want to show this. So I got this from Susan Stanley, her Lou and Sue, right? Lou and Sue? I think that's what it's called. This is where I keep my Elizabeth Stevenson. I do want to start this. I just thought I'd show you because it's sitting right here. So, look how cute, and I wanted to show you my bag. I haven't put them all in there. I even have my Kohana scissors ready to go. But, so this is how I keep my 103s in a Gutermann. And then these big rubber bands I get from Amazon. I get my Gutermann boxes from Amazon as well. The price in of these have gone up, and I'm not sure why, but I love this bag because it has the little pockets for me to put all my spools. So I can't wait to put that together. Anyway, I just saw that and thought I wanted to show you. Has nothing to do with starts, but future starts, I guess. All right. Well, that's the end of this video. I will be making another one where I show my kitted objects and the ones that will be going in my Etsy shop. I know some of y'all have been messaging me about when it's going to open. I'm very sorry. It's just the birth of the grandchild, and then the ice came through, and then the birth of my grandchild, and so I just haven't. I didn't want to not get something out in a timely manner, so it'll probably open this weekend. Although this will be posted after that, so it doesn't matter. Wow, I'm rambling. All right, until next time, Floss Tube, be kind to each other. Bye.